Welcome, everyone. It is Wednesdays. It is Star Wars Day. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining our little one-shot that we're having on May the 4th be with you. I am your host, your GM, Jay, also known as Neofet3 on the socials. And we are going to play a little Fantasy Flight created Star Wars RPG called Edge of the Empire. But before we dive into all of that, I want to introduce our wonderful and talented players. Todd, how you doing?
I'm amazing.
Awesome.
It's not a description of me, it's how I feel.
Who are you playing and who are you for the people that don't know you, which shouldn't be many?
So I'm Todd Stashwick. I'm a writer, actor, DM, player, person in Los Angeles. I have too many pets. I'm a lifelong Star Wars fan. I saw it when I was 8 years old in 1977 in the movie theaters, and it rocked my world. I've bled for it. So I'm very excited to be here. Longtime fan, first time player with you at your table.
Yes.
Jay. So what am I playing? I am playing a scoundrel. I'm playing a smuggler. He was born Dalian Brink, and he was born on Eridu. He was a single mom. She was a junker. He spent half of his life on Sullust, or he spent time between Sullust and Corellia and Eridu, stripping ships and selling them off to the highest bidder. Mostly it was the Empire until things went south with the Empire. The Empire killed his mama. Then he went on the run because he's got a price on his head. So he changed his name to Riff Vanguard. The most boring Star Wars sounding name. So he's Riff Vanguard. He's got this, the 70s haircut, rough and tumble. There's a little bit of scruff on him. He's in his early 30s. He's got a blaster at his side. He flies a modified J-type 327 Nubian starship, kind of like Princess or Queen Amidala's ship.
Nice.
And it's called the Blade Dancer, and that's his ship.
Ooh.
And he is a smuggler. And now his life is intersecting with y'all's.
Awesome.
On this adventure in a galaxy far, far away.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Wow. That is awesome. Thank you. Next, the wonderful Brick. Ray, how are you doing?
Hey, I am doing great. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be playing my character for you all today. And if you don't know me, hi, my name is Brick. I am a role player, dungeon master, writer, variety streamer. I do a little bit of everything. So yeah, that's me. But today I am playing Lanash Taluash, or just Nash for short. Nash is a bounty hunter. She grew up in Mos Espa on Tatooine, and she was born to two bounty hunter parents who fell in love in the process of going out and doing all things. And unfortunately, when she was born, they continued to do what they did, and she just kind of fell by the wayside and got picked up by other people who were around Mos Espa and around the people that her parents were hanging out with, and just ended up being a trick of the trade and following in her parents' footsteps. And her parents passed on, and she kind of had to take the mantle into what they were working with and who they were working with. And she's been traveling around and just got the call, and now she's meeting up with everybody. So I'm very excited to be here, and I'm excited to be playing the bounty hunter character of my dreams. Oh, she's also a Trigurda. So she's got her mantle. One of her mantle pieces is like shorter, much shorter than the other one. And that's like one of the only other like weird quirks about her. She wears a very big, wide brimmed kind of like Western style hat. It's tattered. It's made of leather. She's got kind of like a duster on, and just like jeans and a shirt, the equivalent. On her back, she has a rifle that's strapped with very, very beautifully written in red ink, lady on the back of it.
Nice.
You see, like kind of like across her chest, she's got another brace, and underneath her left armpit, she keeps another pistol. And that's kind of like all you can see currently on her.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Next, Bill. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's my high holy day. It's May the 4th. This is the best. I am so excited to be here playing with everybody. I'm Bill Roper. I am a game designer, voiceover guy, streamer, gamer, and general happy ne'er-do-well. I always want to be Darth because I love Darth. I want to be Darth more than anything in my life. Right there. I wish I could be, but I'm always reminded that I'm really Luke. So I try to meet in the middle and be Han whenever I can. I have the delight of playing.
The best.
Yeah, it is the best, right? I'm playing Doc Graven. Doc grew up comfortably in the middle class on Coruscant. When he was a young man, joined the Imperial Navy, was assigned to an army group. Studied medicine, had these dreams of doing good for the Empire, and then found out what that was actually all about when his entire unit was devastated in a rebel assault. But at least they thought they were. He just got left for dead. And that's when he realized that maybe the Empire didn't really give much of a rip about the people that worked with them and for them. He bumped around the galaxy, trading his abilities as a doctor for passage, ended up on Tatooine. Really, the biggest thing he was missing was his left arm, because that got taken during the explosion that took out most of his unit. He struck a deal, for better or for worse, with a group of Jawas, and by providing them some medical services, they built him a cybernetic arm. Now, it is not a nice, sleek, beautiful piece of equipment. It is what you would expect Jawas would put together. So his entire left arm has been replaced. It is a big, giant, clunky, cybernetic monstrosity in some ways, but it holds pretty much everything he ever needs. So he'll be going there a lot for stuff. And I am so happy to be here. Cheers, everybody. This is going to be a blast.
Thank you so much. Take care. And thank you for joining us so much. Kurt.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm
Mr.
good.
Busy Man, Mr.
I'm good. I'm keeping the ship going right now.
You are.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm working all the issues and making sure it's all still floating while we're doing this.
We appreciate you.
Hi. I'm Kurt, also known as Covenant the Horrible Alchemist. You can find me everywhere at Kurt Monetis because I created a really boring name because that's my name. You know what it is. Anyway, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm here with all these great and wonderful people to play Star Wars. I have some people that I played with before, some people I've never played with before, some people that I've sat here and go, I'm never gonna get in a game with them, but here I am in a game with them. Anyway, so yeah, I am playing Wyatt Tarloff, who is I butcher the name every time. A Marlian. Thank you. Marlian Marshall. He is not from Tatooine. He's actually calls Nal Hutta his home, but due to making a couple of bad deals and whatnot, he's kind of found himself on Tatooine, and he makes a living, for lack of a better term, being kind of like the local law. However, he owes a few people, and it seems that one of those favors was called in on this particular occasion. But yeah, past that, he's got light, very light complected green skin. The only diamond markings that he has are across his brow, which he generally keeps covered by a kind of a ball cap looking type hat. And aside from that, it's just a short jacket, it's a shirt, some pair of pants, and a good blaster at his side.
Nice. Thank you for being here. Thank you for running everything and everything that you do. Last, never least, the wonder and the man, Lucas. How are you doing? Thank you for being here.
Oh my gosh. I've grown up my entire life with the name Lucas, and I think I'm paying for it because George and Skywalker are looking at me. Hi, everybody. My name's Lucas Schuneman. I am an actor, a voice actor in many different video games and anime and stuff like that. And got into tabletop RPG about 5 years ago. Got to hook up with the Gilding Light crew here a while back and haven't looked back once. It's been an amazing journey. Love everybody in here. They're like family to me. They're great. I have never played this system before, but when Jay, roped me into this, I'm like, bring it. This sounds like so much fun. I love the dice system. I love everything about it. I love group storytelling. I'm a sucker for it. And so, the actor in me just loves it. And I love the idea of it. When Jay asked me what I wanted to bring to the table, I kind of deer in headlights froze. I was just like, my girl likes Mandalorians. Can we maybe go for that? That'd be cool. And so, yeah, we're going to be playing Kel Stroon, the Mandalorian himself, talking from behind his helmet. So when I bring up Baby Yoda, you all know exactly what Kel is actually doing here. Kel is, for all of anybody else's countenance and understanding, about 6'1", big athletic build, clearly giving off another bounty hunter vibe, recognizes and respects Nash's contributions and achievements in the field as a fellow rifle person, giving off very much a don't mess with this guy attitude. Wears the classic Mandalorian helmet, has kind of the boots, the bracers, the greaves, the armor, all giving off shades of mud red, sandy brown, a lot of earth tones to them. He also is wearing some Beskar armor that he was able to pick up as one of the first tests that he was sent for the people of Mandalore, was to stop some Imperial troops, some troopers that were coming over to a star system with some underdeveloped weaponry. And he taught the people there how to dig pits and actually have sharpened stakes and spears in the ground. And these just basically made some tiger traps that would trap a lot of the troopers. And then the stragglers fell behind, able to basically pick them off. He loves fighting at a distance. He is the quiet sniper, quiet when he needs to be, but sniper when he absolutely needs to be, which is probably not the time that you actually want to meet him. Because of that Beskar armor, there is an engraving on his chest piece of 3 vertical spears stuck into a bed of grass. And that is how he earned his Beskar armor. Didn't grow up on any kind of specific planet, just kind of parents kind of brought them around to different systems around, but eventually found their way to Mandalore, and the sect of the Mandalorians kind of attracted all of them together. And he kind of grew up with that and has been making his way as a sniper and an assassin, and he's got the very long hunting blaster strapped across his back, on his back, strapped across his torso. And he's got the holster for the blaster pistol as well. Might be holding on to a few more surprises on his person. We'll see exactly how that happens, but bringing the Mandalorian into play. And no, I will never get tired of doing this all night.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I want to take a moment out just to real quick to say thank you so much to my players. When I did this one shot, I was not expecting this much detail of background. You are rocking it. This is so awesome because we are going to have so much fun. Thank you so much.
Asked a bunch of nerds to talk about Star Wars.
We all love Star Wars. That's why I
think we'd be a little windy.
No, but I mean, it is one shot. But hey, you know what? I'm so glad that everyone said yes, getting you together to enjoy Star Wars. So
now I expect you to weave all of our backstories.
Exactly.
Oh, they will be weaved later on. Oh, it's Shadowport Adventures. You are now canon. So, players and audience members, thank you for joining us. Thank you for Gilding Light for having us. Just a few notes. We are playing the FFG's created RPG Edge of the Empire, which is a narrative dice system. Now, narrative dice system was cooperative, and we're going to work together, tell a wonderful story. Now, for the rule lawyers out there, we do the rule of cool. We're going to, some people have never played the system before, we're just going to have fun. If they want to do something, we'll figure it out. So some of you will be like, what? Nope. We're going to have fun. This is all about having fun. Rules are guidelines, and is kind of our focus. But if something doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. We're here to have some fun. Now, it's all about the storytelling. Now, where we pick up, just for everyone, in this one shot is placed on Tatooine, in Mos Espa, in the early days of the rebellion, about 1 ABY, so about 1 year after the Battle of Yavin. Madame Phipp, from this sanctuary cantina in Mos Espa, has contracted this group at a last minute, very short notice, hey, I need you here, to break out / rescue a business partner of hers that is currently in an Imperial Substation. It appears no one knows who he is, but they need to get him out before they find out who he is. It is a Toydorian named Weeto, and we begin as the camera shot moves over the dry sands of the streets of Mos Espa. And the camera moves up as many people start walking, and the common sand buildings that are all in Mos Espa. And the camera moves through a window of an apartment as you see 6 individuals sitting and standing around a table in a common room. There's a green-colored protocol droid with 2 purple stripes across his face, showing the group a hollow projection of the building, and says, as you can see, the substation has one main entrance in front. A secondary entrance exists, but it is locked from the inside. It appears that several options for getaway vehicles are available close by, including a speeder, bikes, land speeders, or an Imperial transport if you're going to be so bold. And that is where we're opening it up. Players. Sitting around the table, figuring out how you're going to go a block away from and retrieve Weeto.
Now, have we done any recon as to say how much garrison is guarding this, the amount of troopers, like what is it multi-layered? Is there have we done our Ocean's 11 pre-scouting, or do we still have to do something like that?
So because of the situation that you were called so quickly, you didn't have enough time to do that scouting, but Madam is well-versed and very intelligent and has done the scouting for you. And this protocol droid is providing you with that information.
Madam, what are we looking at?
So it's BP70 is the protocol droid's name. And he's like, it is a single structure, main entrance coming substation, 1 room entry, and then control room after. There is minimal guards at this point, as well as administration and possibly a protocol or Imperial droid. Possible Imperial stormtroopers too. I would say between 10 to 20 total.
It sounded really easy right up until the 10 to 20 stormtroopers.
There's only one entrance, is what you're telling us.
There's one main entrance. There is a side entrance, but it is definitely locked from the inside.
Sound like we're actually going to be walking in here and blasting our way through here.
Well,
Ash is cleaning her rifle, listening to everybody, and she'll pipe up. Well, I mean, does anybody guard the second door?
I don't know. The scans indicate no one is there.
it's a block away, right? So I walk to the window.
Yep.
And I pull out my my micro binoculars. So we get that shot, that grainy shot with all of the artifacting on the side as I look through the one hole, but somehow it's binocular. And I'm scanning and I'm punching in, so it's doing that nice 70s kind of push in as I am seeing what I can see. What can I see?
So you see, that is an excellent question. So if you look at roll 20, I'll give you what you can see.
What do we see?
So you are, like I said, it's a single building. There are several vehicles outside. There is occasionally you see one stormtrooper patrol that goes throughout the city in the area if you want to see, but it's pretty mundane. It's just a small substation.
And where are we?
You are going to be right here.
So I can see the building from there. So like if I went to the roof of ours, I can scout.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Okay.
Yeah. So and like I said, it's not too busy outside. There's a few civilians walking around, but yeah, it's a one building room. And and then suddenly BP pulls up an image of the substation. The technical information I have on the substation is this. And you see this picture of, like I said, a room. You've got an entrance room that kind of comes in where your main foyer is. There's two doorways that kind of go into a main control room. And there's definitely some cells that are in the back area. Then there's a room to the right. And there's some other like interrogation or some other common rooms that are kind of in the middle in the offices. But they kind of control a lot of different information within.
Now, Riff knows his way around his cell. He's been in and out of there his entire life. So based on this, and BP like pulls this up, is what you're saying?
Yeah, he pulls it up and shows you this.
This is like a hologram.
Yep.
That's kind of drifting in the air around us.
Yep.
So I'm scoping to see what kind of, if they are computer controlled cells or like, is this like, because the Empire is freaking cheap. Are these just like ad hoc lock key cells, or is this integrated into the main control room? This is a substation, so it wasn't designed as a prison. I mean, this is obviously based on their occupation of we're in Mos Espa.
Yep, you're in Mos Espa, a section of Mos Espa.
So their occupation of Mos Espa, these cells are ad hoc, and they were brought in from the outside. So, and I turned to the group. I'm like, as far as I know, they look like cardboard. These are not expensive holding cells. So getting them out of there is not going to be hard. It's getting us out of there alive that might be tricky.
Question. I mean, I'm closest thing to local law enforcement that they're probably going to have. Have I worked by chance with any of these particular officers or stormtroopers that I may have a degree of rapport with?
Not so much, but you know of this substation, and the substation's about 3 blocks away from the main Imperial, like a main Imperial hub within the like garrison. Mm-hmm. But even though you haven't been to this one before, you do know that potentially on your there are processes, so you could, like I said, tap into that. But let's get a roll real quick on how well you know it. What is your knowledge rolls under your law? Your lore or
here? I've got underworld. An underworld, and I do have lore, education. I could give it. I could give it an underworld knowledge, maybe, because they don't really have like law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? They don't have. Like,
streetwise. Give me a streetwise.
Streetwise.
The dice are set, so whenever I'm giving you a boost, and it's going to be 1 purple. So 1 setback die or 1 difficulty dice, and
all right.
So whenever you're ready, go ahead and roll.
There we go.
Yeah. So
I know a thing or two.
Yeah, 2 successes, an advantage, and a triumph. So triumph is that really big, wonderful thing. I'm going to say, how do you want to interpret that triumph? Because I got an idea too, because I might retcon something I just said.
I want to have helped one of the stormtroopers that is on duty. I may have covered his ass when he was not at his post due to being a little drunk, too drunk one morning.
Okay. All right. So you're going to know that potentially that this particular person works at that one. Mm-hmm. I'm also going to throw out that based off of what the substation, this is like people come in from being drunk or disorderly, get picked up because the stormtroopers don't like something, picked up and thrown here. And this is the processing location. They take time to get processed, and they don't do it very quickly at all. There's a lot of people there. Their kind of information kind of comes and goes. You know that by the fact that there's a possibility from here, they get transferred to the main garrison. It isn't very hard if you really wanted to get some of those papers or just bluff your way getting him out.
I might just try that approach.
Nash.
Yeah.
You're a local, right?
That I am.
What was that building before the Empire took it over?
Oh gosh. DM. What would the
building? Communication center.
Okay.
Communication center because it's a port?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, because it looks like from the original map, it looks like it's right by some docking bays.
It's close to it, yeah.
Yeah. So communications have to run cables underneath the ground, and my guess is they may be connected to the docking bays. So those two doors may not be our only entrance.
I mean, if we find the ones that go the right places, I'm picking up what you're putting down, yeah.
So I just sort of sit back and kind of stew on that and listen to what she's saying.
Being a local,
mm-hmm.
Would I, because most of my bounties have been in and out of Mos Espa specifically.
Yep.
Would I have been inside of at least this main room to bring in bounties, or is that another location?
This would be one of those locations that you would have done. You probably have not been to this one yet because there's several within Mos Espa.
Yeah, I figured.
But you've done the process before where you walk in, you process them, they take it, they send them into the quick holding cell to process it, and then you get paid and you leave. Mm-hmm. So with your bounty and with the two bounty hunters, you do have bounty hunter license, and bringing things in or bringing bounties in it's not uncommon.
Yeah.
So Wyatt, I'm just thinking of a plan B.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
I'm gonna kind of lock eyes with Cal. Lock helmet with Cal, and what I hope are his eyes underneath. I mean, Cal, if you and I wanna forge a couple documents and maybe pretend we have somebody that is of importance, we get left right inside. They'll let us walk right in.
I will volunteer my duties.
It's not the first time that I've actually tried to bring in some bounties to Mos Espa, but I'll follow your lead on this one. They'll probably trust your word more than mine, but I'll back you up on whatever you say. Sounds like a plan. We definitely could use a distraction.
I mean, it's worth a try. I was going to say, at least try to do that. If somebody wants to go around in the back, try the back door.
You know, if you're talking about cooking up some documents, and Doc goes in and he pulls out, and he's probably got like 8 or 10 ident cards, and he's like, burned, because I need new cards. But, you know, I was an Imperial doctor. It's not uncommon for us to come in for a health check on prisoners. I just can't do it as me.
What damn doctor are you?
A damn good one.
Well, you know.
And they can get us into where we need to go right now.
One that's not a part of the Empire anymore. And if they know who I really am, that doesn't end up so well. And since I like to keep things well, I could, burned. Yeah, I need a new card. But if you can cook one up for me, they'll let me in.
All right. Well, okay. So, what's the direction we want to go? Do we want to go with you checking up on prisoners? Can you bring somebody in as an assistant so you're not
Well,
called out?
I know across
Or
town there's an Ithorian that can forge some documents for us.
we
Yes,
can-
that Authorian. BP kind of chipes in for a second. Oh, the Authorian. Yes. If you need documents, I think I might be able to assist you with that. I just need a moment or two. Well, how can I be of assistance?
Yeah, I
call up-
need a med ident card, Bippy. Can you work that up?
I will see what I can do.
Well, then perfect. Well, like I was saying, can you bring in some sort of assistant or something so at least you're not going in blind and alone? Because I've only seen the main room of most of these places, but not this one specifically, so I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, maybe what we do is I go in. I probably wouldn't have an assistant, but if I'm in, and then you two bring in Riff as a prisoner, and then we all just kind of show up, piecemeal. We can be in different places.
Wyatt could nod and wink to the trooper to let this slide through.
Is it just as I guess you could say a backup to the backup? Kel, am I correct in understanding that you're pretty much blaster proof in your current configuration?
Beskar armor does protect me from a lot of blaster shots. My general rule is that I don't like to try to get into range of a blaster shot, but it has protected me from a number of scrapes over the years.
Right. So if stuff starts to go maybe sideways, we kind of form a conga line behind Kel and just kind of run in a line behind him, right?
Y'all are the team members. You're the resources. Less resources, less success. If I need to protect, then let's get paid.
All right, man. This deal getting worse all the time.
Well, then why don't we have Doc here go in as a doctor, wait a minute or two, and then one of the bounty hunters take Riff, and then the other bounty hunter take Wade, and try to do it that way. That at least, spaces it out. Because how are you, what's the straggler going to do? How are you going to get in Wade? Are you going to go around the side and try to pick that door?
Oh, I'll probably just what I'll more than likely do is just keep them talking. I can keep them talking and distracted up front. The less chance of us having to shoot somebody, probably the better.
All right.
I have an idea.
All right.
Cover story. Doc, Riff, two of you got into an argument at the local cantina. Don't have to say where. All of a sudden, there's a couple of blasts from one side, and we bring you over. These two got into an altercation.
I shot first.
When we brought, sure, of course. And when you did shoot first, we actually, Nash and myself exchanged a few looks, broke it all up. Turns out that Riff had a rap sheet. So here we all are. The doctor here might need some attention. Doc, can you make it look like you've been around sick people enough? Can you play the part of a bedraggled and roughed up individual?
Doc, his unshaven face and his tousled hair, he reaches into his bag and he pulls out a very well-worn shoddy coat, and he puts it on. He's like, yeah, it's not really much acting. Yeah, sure, no problem.
And I go, I'll add a little truth to our lie. And he reaches in and he pulls out one of those finders, the Mandalorian finder things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hit it, and my own face pops up on it.
That'll be perfect for me.
Boom, and I toss it to you.
You just have one of those lying around? What?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, well, all right, fair enough.
And I gently tip my hat to Riff.
Excellent. It sounds like you're planning. I was able to get some information for you and some documents. And he hands it over to Doc that you're requesting. Ed is coming through and gets it. Resources were quite and just a reminder outside, do you have, I feel important to ask, and I might be bold, but how do you plan to escape Mos Espa?
This is where the tunnels come in.
Oh, yes. I did some more research. There are no tunnels. There's only one way in and the side way. Those are the only two entrances to this building. I'm sorry.
All right, who's good at ships?
You need a pilot. I can pretty much pilot anything you need. Land speeder, Imperial cruiser, it doesn't matter to me.
All right, well then we just need to acquire said transport.
Saw a trio of speeders on the outside when I was looking over Rift's shoulder. But that's going to have to get 6 of us out of here. BP, you coming with us?
No, I will not.
I look outside and I'm scanning the environment.
Yeah, so on the map that you had us on before, it looked like what we had was 3 speeders, 3 speeder bikes there on the outside. Is that on the main entrance or is that on the back entrance?
It's kind of on a back entrance. So the main entrance is going to be right towards the main road.
All right.
This is a secondary building. And then there's a side entrance kind of right here. There's a land speeder, a very nice land speeder parked relatively close. There are 3 speeder bikes. And this is what our smuggler sees. And there is an Imperial troop transport parked right there as well.
And stupid question, I'm asking it anyway. Land speeder can hold how many of us?
It would be able to hold all of you.
Great.
It is a big luxury land speeder.
Stupid question gets a stupid answer. Just get it out there.
Most land speeders hold 2.
Thank you.
So I go over to we're in the hotel room, right?
Yeah.
So I grab 2 pillows and I take out whatever was filling the pillows, and I start grabbing like whatever kind of heavier stuff, and I start filling one of the pillow bags about Toydorian size.
Okay.
They're not big.
Nope.
They're not big beings, and so I just look up and I go, we might need a decoy. And so then I grab the other the actual bag, and I toss it to Nash. And I said, if we get the little cuss, we shove them in there, and then maybe one of us goes this way, and the other goes that way.
And she'll take the pillow and kind of like shove it like within her waistband, tip her hat again. I like your style. All right.
That is a plan.
Great plan.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Where
are we supposed to be taking this guy?
The Oasis.
So the Oasis, which is south of Mos Espa, about 4 to 6 hours in the travel through the desert.
So whole of the town.
Yes, pretty much.
Right.
Middle of the desert, Oasis. And there's a safe house there. And BP's like, security key for the safe house and lockers for payment upon completion.
Take that, and I put it in my fanny pack.
Okay. So we got a plan to get in. We've got a plan to get inside. Once we get inside, we get the Toydorian. We get over to the, again, land speeder. Is that right, DM? The land speeder is the one that's outside of the back entrance?
Yep.
The land speeder bikes are the ones that are land entrance. Okay.
I would say the land speeder is towards
closer to the back entrance.
Yeah.
We all hop in that land speeder with a decoy if we need it. But how do we ensure that
I don't
land
think we
speeder is
all
gonna be
hop
out
in
of
it. I think we divide and conquer. I think some of us jump in it with one of the bags, and another group of us either take the land speeder or the troop transport with the other bag.
I mean, 2 of us could take the bikes, and
That's what I'm
everybody else could, jump in, and that way we have a decoy.
I'm pretty good on a bike.
Still go to the same location, just take 2 different ways to get there, at least, or meet up somewhere outside of town.
Bifurcate the pursuit.
Yeah. once we kind of omit the danger at hand, we can meet up somewhere. I
Hey,
mean,
Doc. How
Yeah.
much can you fit? How much can you fit in that arm of yours?
He pulls it up, and it's a big junker, and he's opening. So he's like, "Nah, got some room left. Can't fit our friend in here."
But you have a big old coat, yeah?
Well, yeah, I was gonna have it over the arm
good.
so they don't see it when I come in. You know, element of surprise.
Can we put the fake baby in you underneath your cloak?
Good God, man, that sounds painful. No, it won't.
You heard
fit
me.
in the arm. I heard
Not in
what
the
you
arm,
said.
but under the cloak.
I don't have enough anesthetic for that. Griff.
That's fair. That's fair.
No, but I can keep it under the coat.
I might.
And if I have the coat over, I'll act like that's where I got injured. So
Perfect.
Okay.
if they decide to look, they'll be in for a surprise.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So you have a plan. You're going to look at executing this plan. Who would like to go first?
Wait, who's going where though? Who's going on bikes and who's going in the speeder?
I'll take
Because I'm an excellent passenger.
I was gonna say, wait, I can take backs because I got the other little decoy thing that we're.
You'll have the real baby.
Oh wait, if I have the real baby, should I be with y'all or should I take my own?
The
Should
real
I be
baby
off?
probably should go in the speeder. So whoever's going in the speeder should have the real baby.
All right, then I'll
And
go
then,
on the speeder.
and then the decoy could go on the speeder bike. That way we'll have it out and visible and
All
as
right.
a like a rabbit at a glimhound track.
All right.
Wait, I think I just got talked into having the fake baby. All right, I guess I'm taking a speeder bike. That should be disastrous.
I'll drive.
It's
All right.
Doc, don't worry, it's real easy. Just
Yeah.
Forward, back.
forward, back.
Yeah, if I had Imperial credit for every time I heard that, I would still be poor, but I'd be less poor. It's not that easy.
Guess that puts me with the Toydorian and the land speeder then. I'm down with that. As long as you take care of yourselves, though. Cover my 6 if anything else.
Oh no! If everything goes according to plan, you won't have anybody behind you.
Good enough.
Hopefully.
Behind me is my 6 in my case. I'm good enough with that. So Riff, you're with me. Doc, you're with Nash. Wyatt, you're in the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Working your magic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else we need to know about? We got a plan.
Yeah, is this an open bar, droid?
Bar?
We're
It's
in a
just-
hotel room. There's got to
He
be a
needs the
bar.
oil
There's
Oils
at
and
least going to
parts.
be a mini bar. Is it? I mean, y'all covering this, right?
It's just the droid's just kind of like,
I'll
take
take
what you
that.
need.
I'll take that.
thank you.
He just literally opens the mini bar and just grabs
Yep.
every single one of them suckers and just starts
Oh,
shoving
look,
them
they've
in
got
the-
one of these BB Hydrate.
I was gonna
special
say, as
bundle.
you're- yeah.
Oh.
As you're like filling your arms, I just go over and take 2, like
Yeah,
right off the top, just
Right.
whatever they are, and
Yep,
I'm just like,
yep,
all
there
right,
we go.
And like I got it like a breast pocket. I'll stick them in my breast pocket.
Nice.
Doc
Cool.
takes the collector cup that was there from the last group. Oh, this is good. Mm.
Also, very quickly to ask about the plan. I am going with Kel to take Riff in, correct? And then Doc is coming in on his own to do doctor stuff.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
All right. The cover story was that the Doc and Riff got into a fight,
Altercation. Yes.
Gotcha.
and
okay.
I have a finder here that
Yeah.
that says,
All right.
"Oh look, he caused a ruckus and
Cool.
look
I'm
lucky."
helping. I'm helping in the. Okay, got it. Love it.
Awesome.
Let me get thrown actually in the cell.
Yeah.
Make sure I get in the cell, and then preferably the cell next to the Toydorian.
All right.
All right. So, as you making your way, who's leading?
Beep, beep, beep.
Kurt, Wyatt's character.
Yep.
You wanted to charm or have a conversation with the stormtrooper that you heard that is going to be here.
Mhm.
Are you starting off first, and while everyone's kind of coming in? Okay. So as you enter into the substation, there's 2 stairs kind of coming up, and it opens up, and you see that there is a clerk, an officer sitting behind the desk, and there's 2 stormtroopers to the side, kind of standing there, and the one to the left is the one it's hard to tell, but you're pretty sure one of those 2. And you notice the dent in the armor, that you kind of recognize your buddy is over to the left. And as you kind of come in, the officer or the detention in a clerk is kind of sitting there, and he's going through some paperwork and stuff like that. And he doesn't really pay attention to you until you get up close. Or what are you doing when you first walk in?
So I walk in and I just, so you fellas got anybody for me? I know there's plenty of drunkards that probably come in throughout the course of the night.
The clerk kind of said, and who are you, may I ask?
Oh, I'm Deputy Tarloff from down the south end. We're kind of covering over. Locals are, because this end's deputy called out sick. I don't know, something to do with the Rancor pit or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we've got a few prisoners in that need to be transferred over to the main garrison sometime. We're processing them. If you just would like to wait, and we'll get through it in a moment. And he just goes back to.
I'm not trying to press you or nothing, but I just happen to know that, you're probably holding a couple of individuals that are wanted in questioning for some local activities. And now you know as well as I do that, yes, you can take them off to your prison camps when we at least get through our portion of the investigation.
Do you have documentation or paperwork on a specific individual?
Well, I mean, I don't have anything in particular, but I do know that you're holding a couple individuals back there. You're holding a Zabarak back there. You're holding a Toydorian back there. And you're also holding an Aquilin back there. Now, I'm pretty interested in talking to this Toydorian and this Aquilin because I'm pretty sure they're running spice.
All right. So we're going to get into another role here. See how well you charm him. We're going to look at, what do you think? Charm, deception? Are you trying to deceive a little bit here, I think?
I am trying to, the equivalent of police jurisdiction pissing all over each other, and whose line is, this is my goddamn jurisdiction. Y'all got everything else outside there. Not now, you're in sheriff country. That's metropolitan that you're talking about.
Okay.
Right? So that whole thing, you're not even supposed to have these guys. And so no, I mean,
it's a local problem.
Yeah, it's totally a local problem. We don't need none of y'all mess going on with this. This is very much a local problem.
And the question, because you're going down that road, but it sounds like it's either a charm or a deception because you're kind of deceiving them a little bit.
You know what? I mean, I'm trying to put on a little bit of the charm, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, I'll go with charm.
All right. So with that being said, I'm giving you a boost because you said the correct law enforcement jargon.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be a little bit of a setback because, dealing with paperwork, it's going to be an average check because, he's just kind of deals with this on a regular basis, but it's going to be 1 purple, 1 red, because again, this is one of those situations where it's like sitting behind a desk, he's just not wanting to deal with it. But you have 6 light side points. Would you like to use any of them to upgrade this particular situation?
Does he look like he's before I make this roll, does it look like he's going for it? Because I do have one more ace up the sleeve, as it were.
Not sure. He's kind of like, because this happened, he seems to be busy. He's not kind of getting annoyed a little bit with having to deal with some of the stuff. But what's your other ace up your sleeve?
Well, because obviously this is probably some nice, fine young lieutenant who got a shit post on his first duty assignment, and it would look real bad to his superiors if word got to them that handful of his stormtroopers like to have a little too much fun on the town, and they don't have to find out about it, because it would reflect very poorly on his leadership capabilities and possibly jeopardize his career on this Blackwater planet, and therefore he may never get that posting on a Star Destroyer that he really wants, and his daddy, that colonel, is going to be so very upset with him.
Normally, he's just a clerk, so he doesn't have that. The guy inside, the admin, that's the one that's going to that off. So... yeah, that didn't work. Sorry.
Nah, damn.
Good try, though. Good try. But again, you get your boost.
I feel like the lights. I'm not really going to draw on the light side.
You got 6. I got 2. So they're there to be used. I'm just saying. Your call.
Yeah, but
I'm trying to push it.
If I use a light side, that means that we have 5 and you have 3, and I'm not about necessarily raising that number for you just yet.
No problem. So the dice pool is set. Whenever you're ready, give me that charm roll to see how well it goes. Yeah, that's 3 failures and 3 advantages. So he's just like, no, just, you know what? Just wait over there. And when we've got something, I'll let you know.
Does he seem good and flustered?
Yes.
I would like to pass on my advantage to the next team that comes in that he has to deal with.
Perfect. Which, right at this moment, the next crew comes in because you plan it perfectly. Who's our next crew? Yes.
So, Doc, did you have room for this in your arm?
Yeah, I think I can make room. Hang on. Yeah.
So prior to, we flash back, or maybe we don't actually show it, but I had given him. I named it after my mom. So this is my DL-44 Rala Brink, named after my mother, because she always got me out of every scrape and kept me alive, and so has she. So I make sure that you put this in your arm, and it, so that if they pat me down, I have no weapon, but you have it for me.
Yeah. All right.
Perfect.
All right. And I got to like shuffle some stuff around in there, but I managed to pack it in.
Thanks.
Yeah, you kind of cloak it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, it doesn't go right in and an attachment. And yeah, it's going to look a little weird, but nothing.
Well, I mean,
we'll see
I can take the scope off if you need.
Yeah, I've got like in the thing, and I probably had to take a couple of like some med equipment out and put it in my jacket pocket. I'd like make room for it so I can close again.
Much obliged. Much obliged.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I don't have to get my med kit quick, but yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
So after this, the 3 of you start walking in, and you see Wyatt just kind of talking to the clerk a little bit, and eventually he's going to be kind of shoved. What do you do when you walk in?
Well, we have one of us had a set of Imperial of restraints on it, so I'm on them, and so I'm being kind of pushed ahead by.
I'm in the back. I think keeping proximity and kind of keeping him sandwiched between Kel and myself.
Okay.
And I'm looking around disgusted, and I as we were coming in, I'm clocking. I clocked the street. And up the street, I saw a couple of Jawas having a little bit of a break with a Rontor. So I'm looking at. I've taken an assessment of things that will be part of our escape, and I've taken a mental inventory for what we need. Meanwhile, my countenance never betrays it, and it shows nothing but disgust for the Empire and disgust for bounty hunters.
Okay.
And as the tree, I guess all 4 of them, the quartet comes walking up in a staggered line, walking up the steps here with Riff in front. Kel's gonna give Riff a pretty hearty elbow into the back just to shove him a little bit more forward there, and
all right.
And then And then as he says that, Kel starts off with just loudly saying, "I get paid whether or not you have a tongue, scum." And then make our way towards the front.
So the clerk kind of looks up at the commotion. Oh, what do we have here?
And Kel will take out the Mandalorian finder, and as he simply walks up and places it, activating it on the chart, simply saying, "This scum needs to cool itself in a cell. Please tell me you have one free."
I believe there's some in the back. You'll have to work with processing at this moment. There's an awful lot. Is it just this one, or is there another one that you need to bring back there?
Just looks behind over at Nash. This was just the only one, right? Or was there anything else we needed?
I mean, he's the only one that we got anything on. He got in a scuffle with this one over at the cantina. So, I mean, I brought him here to see if he wanted to, press any other charges or anything like that. I mean, I'm trying to help y'all out because I know, those finders, sometimes I get a little hanky. So I just stepped up.
Yes. Okay. No worries. Just take him into the processing area and just.
I shoot a look over at Wyatt and I go, "Isn't this a local problem? Why do I got to involve the bucketheads?"
Well, who are you?
Yeah, who am I? It's not important, but I want to know why these bounty hunters are turning me over to the Empire. So I'm creating a bit of a scuffle to try and get
I was going to say,
Wyatt
while this is going
into the
on,
room with us.
While this is going on, can I quickly take a look around the room to see, do I recognize any of the workers, not the troopers, but the workers from any of the other locations that I've been to previously?
The doors are shut right now, so you would have. So you're not in you haven't gone into the processing area.
Room.
You're not in the room
Can
just yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
While this is
We're
going
by
on,
the
can I prop the door open with my elbow and take a look?
Actually, if you want to get to there, and while this is kind of happening, open up the door, and you kind of look, and you see inside the room there is quite a few people that are working. There's a lot of workers sitting behind desks. You've got a few stormtroopers in here that are working, and you see the room in the rooms in the back where the cells are. And yeah, there's several people in there. There's only like 4 stormtroopers maybe in 2 groups, but you really can't see too much, but you can see, a little bit in here.
Okay. So then I'll kind of come back into the room really quickly to stay with the mass group, but I want to look at Kel while he's kind of like still talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to very quickly just kind of like rub my face with 4 fingers. And kind of just
Kel picks it up.
try to give him that that
nice.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Like there's
my hair. Oh my hair.
I'm gonna comb my mantelpiece
Oh my mantra.
back.
Oh
yeah,
my
I'm
mantra.
gonna comb my mantelpiece back with 4 fingers, and then so it'll do 4, and then I'll do pew, pew, like four stormtroopers
Armed, yeah.
Yeah.
I clock this too.
Okay.
All
And
right.
yes, Wyatt.
At this little knowledge thing, right? So the dude who owes me is right here in the lobby with us, right?
Yep, he's right there.
Okay, so I would like to lean into him and be like, you know how you owe me? I think now might be a good time for you, your buddy, and probably 2 people in the back to go on a routine patrol. It's about time for you to make your rounds in the city, isn't it?
And he's kind of looking over at you. He's like, yeah. Okay.
Trust
And-
me. Like,
and
he just looked at him and was like,
Yeah.
trust me.
And the admin, the clerk is like, settle down. And he looks over at the troopers, and the trooper goes, the troopers, TK 743, it's patrol time. And he's like, really? Yeah. It's like, what do you mean patrol time? And the clerk's like, fine, just.
Don't.
And he's getting flustered by all this. He's like, just get in back, process him. You two, oh, you can see he's not handling this very well.
Don't
While he's
worry.
at his-
Local law enforcement is happy to help. I will help get these individuals processed. You just mind your books.
Just get going. Just get going.
While this is happening too, I want to put my like elbow on like the part of the desk that they're close to and just be like, and by the way, do you know if Denise is working today? I really kind of miss her. Is she gonna be here?
No, Denise isn't working the shift. No, she's not. But
No, oh, I'm so disappointed. Do you know when she's working? Could you give me a copy of her schedule?
no, I can't. What? I'm just trying to work. And you can tell he is just so. You flustered him so bad.
Well, excuse me.
Just go.
This is a local problem. Hey, deputy. I demand to be remanded to your care, not these bozos.
Yeah, well, if you wouldn't have roughed up an Imperial citizen, it wouldn't be a problem, scum. Get in there.
Listen, sweetheart, your mouth is what got you in trouble.
He's got a damn point. How about you just like shut the hell up and just go?
Well, I'll be the woman.
I see you have no
and
control
open the
over your
door, and I'll go and like kind of
jurisdiction.
move to the door to push it open to get him into processing.
The door's open, and you all can kind of flood into the processing. Are you going?
All
You're
right.
going in the right door or the left door?
Right door.
Show
Right
us,
door.
show us,
Yep.
show us on the map where we are.
We should all be. We're kind of a group down near the right door. It looks like.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you're processing coming in to the room, and everyone can come in.
Boom. I'm gonna clock the cells to see what make and model they are.
Yeah.
They're basic inset. There's what appears to be like 9 cells, and then one of the cells is off. It doesn't look like a makeshift cell, but more possibly like a storage. And based off of the cells, they're just doors. You don't see inside, but you know that the control room has controls over all the door and a list of potentially who's in what cell.
Are
and
there
what isn't.
are there cameras in the cells? Like can we
Not in the
see,
cells, but in the main control room, there's like 2 cameras up and top.
meaning there's no visual on what's going on in any of the
Nope.
cells.
Nope.
So
It's a
we're gonna have
substation.
to- Okay,
So-
got it. Yeah. So these are like porta potties, but shoved into a substation.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
DM, do I have the finder back? Did I grab that off the desk as when I went in there, or does
Yep.
the admin
Mhm.
keep that? I didn't.
Nope,
think
you
so.
got it.
Okay, that's what
You
I
got
thought.
that.
All right, just making sure.
I want to look around and see if there's any. I want to clock who the highest ranking person is here, and if there's any medical personnel in here.
There's no medical personnel, but this you could tell standing over. As you come in, he turns and kind of walks towards you a little bit. He is the admin, the control center admin or detention admin. He's kind of in charge of everything, and he's a little bit higher rank, and he'll gray and human beard. And he's just kind of looking, he's like, and what do we have here?
Someone who needs to cool off in one of your cells, and Kel will flash up the finder again in his palm and hold it whilst and allowing the admin to actually come to him.
Yeah. And he kind of comes in and he's like, looks over at it for a second. He's like, we've got only 3 available right now. It's been a pretty busy night. We're just finalizing some processing. And you notice the clerks are like putting in information, and they're busy. All of them are busy, not really paying too much attention. They look at you, but they're mainly just working at their desks and doing different things at this point. There is a KX droid sitting at another main console working on some stuff, and he kind of looks over at you. And it's the KSO type droid, the large Imperial droid. He's kind of sitting there doing his own communication work and stuff like that.
That's over there, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Those droids, would Kel know if those droids do specialized work that some of the other clerks wouldn't be doing?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
As the admin is crossing over and taking their time to walk across, I would like to use the scope that is built into my Mandalorian helmet to actually try to zoom in and see exactly what the droid is typing in. So if I can get an actual idea as to read out exactly a little bit more, because we're pretty far away, but I might be able to get a little bit of a kind of a zoom in on that kind of idea.
All right, we're going to do a perception check. Now it's going to be, I'm going to say it's an average check, which is going to be 2 purple. But because of the difficulty of where you're trying to hide, what you're trying to do, there's going to be a few setback. But because you have a zoom in, you're going to get a boost for that.
Got it.
So we're going to, I think I would have set 2 setback with a boost. So the dice are set when you want to roll your perception.
Got it. How about that?
Oh, wow. So you failed to see what exactly he was working on, but you rolled a triumph.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be, you have some advantages as well. So what are you thinking of that triumph? Even though you can't see what he's doing.
Is that, wait, do I have the advantages from Wyatt's last grant that he gave us? Because he said he granted that to the next thing that we wanted to do. Was that a thing that he had for that?
We didn't. That would have been, you know what? Let me add that in. Let me do a quick, we'll add one more roll to this. Yeah. So with that, it's still success would have flattened out. You've gotten another advantage. So you still fail to see exactly what he's doing, but you have so much advantage. You know, you can have something, some information, some interesting information. What would you like? Like,
I would like to catch a little bit of information on the on that the droid happens to be processing a bit of a like speed typing, like a demon, like a temp from hell, just speed typing this amazing stuff. And he happens to type in something that as I catch it, I catch the infraction that the Toydorian was brought in for specifically.
Okay. So I'm going to say what he was working on is you're not going to be able to see, but right next to him, because there's another seat, there's the information that is being shown, and he's processing a lot of this and the information that's coming up. And you see that. So if you go from left to right, it's going to be cell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 10 is where the door is kind of facing. You're going to see exactly what's listed and who it is. You're going to, because of that triumph, cell number 1 is empty.
Okay.
Cell number 2, and you're getting this information as you're looking at it.
As I'm looking at it.
Cell number 2, Dave and Bob the Ewoks are being contained in cell number 2. It appears that they got into a cantina fight and ate someone's face. In cell number 3, you have a drunken human who got drunk and smashed up some speeders. So he's working there, worked for a corporation. In cell 4, you have a Rhodian shopkeeper that was put in here for an altercation with an Imperial officer about his Mandalorian Mandalorian fruit. And his license was expired, so they threw him into here. Number 5, cell 5 is empty. Number 6 is an old dung pod racer who got into a cantina fight and is in here for disorderly conduct. Number 7 cell, you have a human smuggler, Captain Flegg, who was arrested for shipments and smuggling goods and unauthorized power converters. In cell 8, you have a Toydorian named Rito, which is currently unknown, but still it says searching. More information needed. And
got it.
Number 9 is empty, but number 10, you see a listing that says storage room, current equipment, rocket launcher, grenade launcher, missile launcher. That is because of that triumph.
Okay. All right. I love it. And so as the admin kind of comes over and checks out the finder, jeez, I don't want to do this. He's gonna check that out. I can't brush hair out of my face. I'm wearing a helmet. Damn it.
Wipe off your visor. Wipe off your visor.
I'll let's see here. Yeah, I'll say to the admin as he walks in, this guy here needs to be locked up. I don't care where. I see a couple of empty cells there, maybe right over there, and then maybe right over there. I'm pointing at cell 9. That's the empty cell there. All I know is that it took 2 of us, motioning over to Nash and myself. It took 2 of us 10 tries to actually try to break this guy down. If it takes 2 of us 10 tries to do this, this guy's got a lucky shot somewhere.
When he says that, I take that as a cue, and I kind of bum rush into. I bum rush into Kel just to do a bit of a show of an altercation, and I pocket the finder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take it.
I take it back without the admin seeing me do it. Like no, and it's one of those like no man, I'm claustrophobic. Don't squeeze me in the middle. Don't squeeze me in the middle. Whatever you do.
And everyone's like, oh. The administration is like, oh. And he motions to the stormtroopers. It's like, take him into the cell. And he points to the cell number 9. He's like, and he's
no, man. That's a fate worse than death. And other things that I say that make it sound convincing.
Now, obviously, y'all can tell that this man has a particular psychosis that prevents him from being inside that cell, and it would be cruel and unusual despite his various atrocities and debauchery that he has committed over the however long. And I'm just here to say that there could be legal implications that come down later.
I spit at you, deputy. You could have handled this locally, but you had me turned over to the bucketheads.
I'm trying to keep you out of the small box, and you spitting on me makes me want to put you in the small box.
Whatever you do, don't put me in that box. That's the last place I want to go.
Kel starts marching him over to the to cell number 9.
And the 2 stormtroopers are also kind of helping you during this. And he's
son of a gun, Dark. What are you?
I'm behind all of them, just like wiping away at my mantelpiece, just being like, that is no way to talk to a lady. My God. Oh, filthy man.
By the way, is it fair to say that any one of you are wearing a comm link of any kind?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's got comments.
I assume we did that.
Okay.
On the show.
All right. No, that was a fair thing. I just didn't want to assume and do that. So during the small ruckus that Riff is putting up there, I will activate my comm link under my helmet.
Yep.
And whisper to anybody else on comms that cell 10, they got weapons inside.
Do I hear this too? Do I have something shoved in my ear?
Generally, because unless you have a helmet, you have an open hand. You just have the handheld. So,
okay, fair enough.
So, marching over to the cell, getting him in here.
So the troopers are there too. They kind of look back, and one of the administration guys there kind of opens that door, and you notice that this console that's right there, that's where the door controls are for all the cells.
That one right over there.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
Thank you.
All in here.
Got it.
So now, am I put in the cell now?
Are you allowing me to put in the cell?
Yeah.
Yeah, they put you in the cell.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna hang out on the other side of the cell. I'm assuming there are bars of some kind that he can.
It's just a door. It's a flat. It's a
flat door.
Flat door.
Yeah.
All right. So if it's a flat door, then I'm gonna go inside while the stormtroopers stay on the other side of the door, and I'm gonna get the manacles of the binds off of his wrists as I do so.
And I say to him, Oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm gonna basically tell you in an undertone. Yeah, be a shame if you got through your left. Be a shame if you got through the wall on your left.
And I say, I hear what you're putting down, and so and then I say once the door closes behind me, give it about 15, and give yourself some room.
If he could wink, you could see it.
The light shines on your visor at just the right moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect. All
Okay,
right.
well,
The door
while they're,
closes, and as the door closes, I do one of those. No.
Excellent.
I'm
Doc.
gonna move over by kind of where the other stormtroopers are, and but I'm gonna position myself so I'm facing the admin, who's that guy right there.
Okay.
And I want to start engaging him in, like, that guy assaulted an Imperial citizen. Tell me what they do to this guy, this son of a Gundar. I want to know what happens. Tell me about it.
Well, if it was an assault, and then the paperwork will be found, and depending on the information, that he'll be sentenced or thrown in the garrison, maybe spice mines, depending on the situation. If he's got a record or not.
Spice, but you don't think one of us could? You think I could get a few minutes with him? Do you? I mean, come on.
No, that's highly unregular. The administration and the interrogation rooms are for the admin's direction. I can't do anything. I'm just a simple clerk here.
I didn't even think you guys have an interrogation room.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
It's not interview room. Excuse me, interview room. We have an interview room.
Sure. No, yeah. I give him a nod and a wink, like, yeah. That's why I'm a proud member of the Empire. You watch out for your citizens.
Yeah, excellent. Anything? I need to get back to work. Something else I can help you with, good citizen?
No, I'm gonna wait till I can have a chat with the sheriff. And
excellent. And he goes back to his work. And
Well, that is going on. What is this desk over here?
just a simple communication desk and things of that.
So hypothetically, if I had a data spike, would it be able to be inserted into this desk?
You could try to do it covertly, yes.
Okay. I'm going to casually walk over here, just making it look like I'm waiting for my friend to finish up with the prisoner. And I want to kind of lean back on the desk and out of the sleeve, because I'm wearing a big kind of a heavier duster. I want to have the data spike come out and go into the port and just kind of sit there and just literally just be looking around and trying to make it look inconspicuous as much as possible.
All right. So we're going to do, this is going to be a stealth check.
Oh, okay.
Or a skullduggery. I'm thinking,
I would prefer skullduggery.
I'm thinking of skullduggery because, I'm open here. We fluctuate. Give you an option, stealthy or skullduggery, trying to be able. So we're going to do.
I'm trying to find information. I'm not the best at being stealthy because of just the way that she looks. She's just you can tell that she's there.
Yep.
I'm more so going for I want to get as much information as humanly possible.
Okay. So because of the commotions that are going around, you get a boost. You get a boost from the last, past a boost from the previous conversations going on. Okay. It's gonna be a setback because you are trying to be stealthy about this in a room full of people of Imperials.
Oh yeah.
So it's a little bit. It is going to be an average roll, so it's going to be just like I said, two setbacks, just 2 purple.
Okay.
But I'm trying. Do you want to use the light side to make sure that this thing happens?
Do it.
I was thinking about it. Might as well. We're like almost at the halfway point. Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
in between on your dice, you'll see use light side. Just hit that button.
Okay.
On your character sheet, they'll say the dice,
Okay.
and then below it say Destiny Pool, and
Got
in the
it.
center
I
of light and
hit
dark,
that.
you says use. You did, so it transferred over.
Cool.
So I will upgrade your dice. So what's that doing is upgrading one of your green dice to a purple dice in the roll automatically.
Okay.
And yeah, so the dice are set. So go ahead and hit your skullduggery. 3 successes and 1 threat. That is what you got. So you successfully did it, but it was so stressful. You're taking a strain.
Oh,
so
there it is.
on your character sheet, hit once because you're like nervously setting this in and just
That's fine.
And as one of the officers kind of look over at you and see you standing there, you
I'm
kind of
gonna
do that
wink.
half. Yeah, he's just kind of like, and then kind of looks back down. You know,
in that moment, I want to wink at him.
you thought you were going to get caught, but then when you winked at him, he kind of looked back down. And you're like, whoa.
Yeah. And then,
That was the weirdest thing.
yeah,
That was the weirdest
I
thing. Cal's wink, Cal's ding, but at the same time as Nash's ding.
Yeah. Feeling about winking.
Timed it.
And like as soon as he looks down, I kind of do one of those like
Yes,
like,
that
like,
nervousness.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Explaining the strain.
I've got like the beads of sweat kind of slowly coming down my forehead now. Yep. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Cool.
So as the admin is talking to the rest of you about the processing, what are you going to do? Is there something that you're going to want to do that to instigate all of this from happening?
So do I know what Wito is in for?
No, you don't. He got picked up for being at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Do I know what he does?
He is a special business partner of Madam Whip. So he probably has a lot of information, political and damaging information.
So he's plugged into the world.
Yes. Underworld.
So in the underworld. Thank you. So I go to the back of the cell, and I do a little, in my travels. I've learned a little bit of whatever the smugglers can't. The way we talk to each other, us unsavory types, talk to each other silently when we can't talk. And I knock Get back, like from the back of his cell, just to let him know that a compatriot is here, and I'm giving him a little as much warning as I can give him.
Okay. All right.
So when that happens, I flip over the fob. Which isn't a fob. It's a magnetic thermal detonator.
Oh, baby.
So I, now based on what Kel told me, I just am going to kind of blow off the front of these cells and create a bit of chaos, which I tried to, so it could either, I could either do, I'm going to, and since his warning, if I do it to the left, it's going to blow shit up. If I do it to my right, facing my door, my goal is to blow the front of my cell and Wito's cell open.
Okay.
But I gave Kel some forewarning that this was going, that he needed to give himself some space.
Yep.
So
yes, you did.
So I'm going to ignite the thermal detonator, and I'm going to tink it to the magnetic front of this door. I'm going to back up and cover my head.
All right. So with that, there's 2 things I need from you.
Yes.
I do need you to flip a light side point for this because
100%.
you did. It was one of those things with the conversations that we're having. I'm going to say it's more of a thermal, but it's a specific set charge.
Yes.
It's a set charge.
It is a concentrated charge.
Yeah. There is a specific in the gaming. In Star Wars Edge of the Empire, there are specific set charges you can do this. And this is totally exactly what it's going to be for. Now, what we're going to do is you have to roll a mechanics check.
Okay.
To be able to make this happen.
So as I'm rolling the light side, where am I finding that?
So it's in your on your character
use
sheet.
light side.
Use
so
light
I
side.
click use
So
light side. Boom.
So now what
Got
happens
it.
is that's exactly what that fob was.
Done.
Because it wasn't originally on your character sheet, but I love this so much. So because you have
I'm
time,
improvising, my friend.
Exactly. This is perfect. And this is why this narrative dice system is so great, because this is incorporated in the system to flip a light side. You've got it. And this is the perfect. So you're gonna have to roll your mechanics check. It is going to be it's going to be an average check, but because I'm throwing one setback in because of how you want to angle it.
I mean, there's going to be explosions.
Exactly. But I'm giving you a boost because you do have a little bit, and there's still another pass of that boost to be able to do it. So that's good. Now, you do have an option. Yes, Doc.
Did we not? I thought we still had an advantage that got passed on that we didn't use on the last roll. Am I correct?
Yes and no. Sometimes they kind of, because of the timing, it kind of eventually kind of goes away.
Cool.
But I'm adding that the best ones in.
All right, cool.
So how well is your mechanics?
I have 2 green.
Okay, that's not very good.
No.
It's okay. It's average. Now, you could spend 1 more light side point to upgrade that to a yellow.
I'm doing it.
Hit it again, and I will upgrade that for you. The dice are set, so give me that beautiful, sweet roll, and let's see the magic happen.
Tick, tick, boom.
Oh, no.
So the dice did not like you.
No.
So you failed, and he had threat. So you're going to take 2 strain from this explosion.
That's fine.
What happens, it explodes, and everyone in the room hears this boom as it kind of shakes, but nothing happens. You don't take damage or anything like that. It was a dud. You were given a dud. It wasn't powerful enough to do, and normally it should have, but whoever gave you this cheaped out on the explosive part. And it basically, everyone rocked. It rocks the rooms, and everyone's attention goes to this. And there's a little bit of smoke that kind of is filling, and they're like, "What's going on? What's going on?"
Oh God, we're under attack! Everybody, get outside!
Wait, didn't you sweep him for weapons?
What? And the 2 stormtroopers are right there, and your door opens up, and smoke is filling the cabin with him. What do you do?
Me?
Yeah.
My door opened?
Your door opens as smoke starts billowing it out because they're trying to figure out what's going on.
So I have a bit of cover.
Yes.
And I say, Doc, I need my mama.
All right. And with that, we're going to go to a quick break before we roll initiative and figure out what and how they get out of this with the great thing. So join us in about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. We'll be right back to continue. let's
I
let's
worked
have
with him
some
on Heroes.
let's
What?
have some fun.
Yeah, I worked
And
with Ray
we're
on Heroes.
back, friends.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. I hope you got your hydrated in. You got your bathroom breaks in. You got everything in to sit back down and enjoy. So, guess what? We're going to roll a little initiative because that is how we roll in this game.
Because Riff did the best thing ever in the history of ever.
All right.
Distraction. So, please go to your character sheet under the
Right.
combat tab. Go down, you're going to see cool and vigilance. I'm going to let you roll whichever you want, cool or whichever is better, because like I said, right now you've been planning and it was, so roll whichever you want.
I had all the cool because I knew what was coming.
So is 2 yellow better than yellow and a green?
Yes, yellow is better than green.
Okay, so I got 2 yellow in
Oh,
vigilance.
do we need
Go-
to click on our tokens or
Nope,
anything else like
nope,
that? Okay.
Nope, it should automatically pick in. So I'm going to roll. So 1 second while I get this going. There we go. So we've got, oh yes, you've got some good
Oh geez.
some good rolls here, some okay rolls and some good rolls. It's going to take me a moment to get all this processing in, because this system is a little different than initiatives than others. So let's see, 1, 2. So some people's initiatives did not seem to come in.
I think you clicked the turn order before we got started with some of that.
Oh, okay. So we've got
Is that a reroll then?
nope. So we're gonna do
It's probably a reroll.
Probably a reroll.
I can make it happen. Don't worry. So
Candyman can.
a 2 is not horrible. 0.2, I should say, is not horrible.
I love to live my life not horrible.
And then
This
we
is
got
one of my
1.
favorite initiative systems, though. Like, you will dig this.
Pretty great.
Okay.
Never seen it
Great.
before. It is amazing
Yeah,
and
yeah,
cool.
Okay.
All right. So one last PC in, and let me get this one going. And that is going to be a 1.1. And let's double check we got everyone in. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PCs. All right.
Wow.
So audience, so if you're just understanding, initiative is very different in this narrative game. It is player slots and NPC slots. So it doesn't matter what people rolled for the initiative. It's what they're doing is we're putting them into slots. Right now, the slots go PC, PC, PC. So the first 3 slots are PCs, then it gets back to the NPC. The group gets to decide who wants to go first. And then from there, you fill in, the person takes the PC slots. And then as me, the GM, fills in all the NPC slots. Over the course of the round, it takes 1 minute. So there's a lot of stuff happening, even though you might roll 1 dice to do something. But, so suddenly, to recap, a big explosion to try to blow the doors off failed because it seems that the detonate charge in there wasn't as powerful and got a little dud.
There's no failure. There's opportunity. Only
Opportunity. So the smoke filled in, the stormtroopers came up, the door opened up, there's chaos going on, like, what's going on? And there's just pandemonium going on.
You're welcome.
Who would like the first slot, and what would you like to do?
So
Oh,
is there a
jeez.
dude, real quick, is there a dude standing right next to me?
Yes, there's 2 stormtroopers standing right in front of you at the
In the smoke, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Also,
I'm gonna
very
try to-
quickly,
Yes.
with the data spike, did
Yes.
I get any information or any codes to unlock the doors? Unlock the all doors?
So you're getting information. You know that you could potentially, there's a door. You figure out that there is a button over here
Mhm.
that you could unlock all the doors if you wanted to.
Okay, cool. That's,
Ooh, all the doors. That's fun.
that's all I want to know.
Okay. So who would like the first initiative slot?
Nash, so she can smash the unlock
Yeah.
all doors.
Yeah, I would-
yeah.
I would
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I would totally say that. Yeah.
I'll take it. Okay, because I also have a talent that is bypass security. So,
Yes, there you go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
so-
I have a talent called Win Game.
So I literally, like, as I see this happen, I'm in the back corner. Nobody has been paying attention to me.
Yeah.
I just want to kind of move on over, just scooch, and do
I'm not going to
fucking
make you
little
roll for
magic.
this because
Yeah.
this has been set up so perfectly.
The attention is completely away from you. It's perfect.
If you want to set, you can.
Imagine
You want to
do
open
that.
up the doors. Your action
Yeah.
is to move. Yeah, all the doors suddenly go, and all the doors just start opening up as there's a system failure kind of going on in this. As
Yeah.
smoke starts building up into the room, there's chaos going around, and to add to the chaos, the doors just go, and they just open up. And we're gonna right at the end, they're gonna start coming out of this process. Okay.
And, I think the only thing I do is like I have Lady strapped to my like back, but I just kind of like slowly kind of rotate her onto my chest, and I'm just kind of like
You're all set.
surveying the scene.
You took a maneuver to pull your weapon out, and yeah, next round you can blast anything you want.
And I'm currently good. That's
All
the
right.
end of my turn.
All
Who
right.
would like the next slot?
I think
Well, I'm right
go
next to
ahead.
two stormtroopers
Yes.
who just are standing in front of the door of the dude that we're trying to take care of. So what I want to do is reach over and grab the weapon of the stormtrooper and have him shoot the other stormtrooper and then take his weapon.
Okay.
Huh.
That is awesome. So let us think about that for a second. So we're gonna
Smoke, chaos, dumb stormtroopers. Door
Uh-huh.
opens. I reach over and I'm gonna like squeeze his hand to make him shoot his buddy, and then I'm gonna take it from him.
So I'm thinking an athletics check. No, actually, brawl, because you're trying to brawl. What would you say, athletics or brawl? As you're kind of manhandling this weapon from him.
Well, let me look. Or
I'm open to interpretations here because
well, I don't
athletics
see brawl as one of my options.
Brawl is under the combat skills. I'd
is
look
under
for
the
it
combat
too.
skills.
Okay, and so that is lower. Yes. So I have one yellow and two green in brawl.
So it's kind of a martial art, but you're used to
So
this.
I have either 3 athletics or 1 yellow and 2 green. So I either have 3 green or 1 yellow and 2 green.
You would want the yellow and 2 green for that.
Done. I'm going brawl.
So before you roll, we're
Yes.
gonna add something in you. So I'm giving you some boost because of this noise.
Because I get the surprise because I
You
knew
got
it
the
was coming.
surprise. You got another one. You get a setback because wrestling a firearm and trying to shoot someone else. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit on that challenging part.
Sure.
So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna see based off your brawl how well you get the weapon. If
Okay.
you roll like 3 or 4 advantages or a triumph, then you're going to get to shoot. Otherwise, you're just going to be able to wrestle the weapon over. And
Fine.
so,
Fine.
and
Ready?
the dice pool is set.
On Riff.
And we roll.
You succeed. So you
Boom.
bump and you pull the weapon out from the stormtrooper. You've got his weapon.
I got
you-
his weapon,
he's-
but am I able to have shot the guy with him in his hand or no?
Unfortunately, no, because of all this, you didn't have enough advantage. So
Oh,
you
fair
just
enough.
you just successfully got the weapon.
But
out
I've
of him.
unhanded the guy,
Yes.
and so that's all I can do?
Yep. That's all you can do.
All right.
You can
Okay, so
move
this is all-
if you wanted to move.
Well, I want to move forward and get them. Or actually, I want to duck into and protect the prisoner.
Right.
Perfect. Yeah.
So I'm
Not a
gonna
problem.
stand. I'm Riff Vanguard. I'm here to rescue you. And I say to the Toydorian as I jump into the cell. And,
Perfect.
And with my over my shoulder, I say this to him, and then I'm ready to shoot if any stormtroopers try to enter. I'm bottlenecking those bucketheads.
Perfect. Yeah. You bump into him, grab her up, and you're sitting in the cell. You say you're lying to him. The Toydorian's like, "Whoa, well, that's good. All righty then." And
Till he has to get in the back.
yeah. All righty. So now, who would like the third PC slot?
I think it's Kel's turn. I think it's Kel's turn to follow up with that because his bounty has apparently now just started to break out and has grabbed a stormtrooper's weapon, and we all know how accurate those things are. So we need to make sure.
It's don't blame the gun, blame the shooter.
I will. I'm about to blame the shooter. So I would like to use a what do we call that again? Hold on, you were telling me about this before, Jay. I would like to use an incidental.
Oh, incidental, yes.
To quick draw my my blaster, my XL2 flash fire blaster pistol with the Bantha laser sight.
You got
the laser sight.
I do.
I'm so jealous.
Boom, and I pull it out as an incidental, telling the admin as I'm standing next to the admin there, putting my hand on his shoulder and kind of like casually like pushing him aside, you know, with enough force to be able to say like, I've got this. Kel's going to move forward and say, you need to secure the rest of these prisoners. That one's mine. And I'm going to move forward as the smoke is billowing out of this chamber. I'm going to attempt to blend into this smoke and try
ghost.
And basically try to do this and try to attempt to look like I'm going after Riff. And then as I do so, I'm going to act like we're struggling, but then I'm going to actually get a shot off and try to shoot one of the stormtroopers.
Woo!
So I'm going to actually try to oh no, he's shooting you. Boom. And then do that.
So as you're moving up, you use your maneuver to move up into this area. Then you just kind of stealthily shoot the stormtrooper right there.
Got it.
All right. So you are engaged with him. So it's going to be a little bit tougher. So instead of
is there a okay? No, yeah, okay. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because it's going to be a little bit tougher because you're engaged, and I just add a simple purple because normally short range is 1 purple, medium range is 2 purple. Because when you get into when you're engaged with someone so close, you have to add it. And your blaster pistol is a light, so it only adds one purple. So no big deal. Surprise! I'm giving you a boost. And the dice are set. So give me that roll.
Okay, flash fire blaster pistol. Pow!
All right. 3 successes with an advantage. So you blast this one. You're doing 8 points, and he just takes it and literally falls down. Was it stun or lethal?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
You can pick if it's stealth or if it's stun damage or if it's lethal.
Would you kill the
I would just like to requote my horrible tweet from earlier today. I just want you to let the rookie win. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Okay.
I will say there's stun and there's what was the other thing? Am I going for the lethal or lethal? Oh, lethal.
Okay.
Oh no, he's faster than we thought. I could use some help.
So you blasted this guy and one of the stormtroopers that doesn't have his weapon because his weapon's right there.
Perfect.
So the guy he's kind of just, you do have an advantage, which you can pass on to the next person. So they'll get an advantage. On that. Okay. So now it's a NPC's turn. And the main admin right here is just yelling about chaos. And he basically is just yelling at everyone to control the situation, and he does something. Oh. So you just use a little dark side. You don't need to know what that's for.
Oh, no. Yeah, something. We do. We need to know exactly what that is
for. No, that's fine. So next round, he's just barking orders to everyone, like get this under control. And the stormtroopers are kind of getting up. So we're back to now a next NPC slot. Who would like that one?
I mean, I'm guarding. I'm like basically covering the back entrance. So like for us to get out of here. So like if you want to go first,
I'll take it. Yeah. Sure. All right. So I'm gonna shrug off the coat. It's been over.
Slow motion though. The cape's got to go slow. This is the first time the audience is seeing that arm.
Yeah, how comes the giant Gatling blaster? Just
wait, no. What? Can I, Jay? Can I activate my shield and fire something? if I don't move?
Yeah, if you don't move, you maneuver. Yeah, you maneuver and you
Okay.
activate it.
Great. So you see Doc goes over, smacks on his arm, and like a big shield comes up, an energy shield comes up, and then he points the arm towards that center control area.
This one here or this one here?
Like over here.
Okay.
Over here, kind of trying to make sure I'm getting the main admin in the blast zone.
Okay.
And I'm firing my knockout grenade.
Oh, baby!
Yeah, you are.
Nice.
Yeah, you are.
All right, it's going to be short range. There's
Mm-hmm.
going to be a setback because of the angle, and there's a lot of stuff going around. You got a boost that got past you on that.
There you go.
So the dice are set. So whenever you're ready, give me that ranged light roll.
I feel like
Doc.
I feel like I'm gonna use a destiny pool because I don't want that guy doing anything else.
Give me that dark side point, and I will
Well, you just
upgrade
gave
it
it
for
back.
you.
You just gave it back, so you know.
Yeah. This
Right,
is with
and,
balance. Balance. All right, roll it. Let's see what happens.
Knockout grenade. I think I'm rolling the right thing. I'm just rolling on my sheet, right on my weapon.
On your weapon sheet, it'll
it'll
say your weapon sheet, does it say knockout grenade?
Yeah, I've got one that's knockout grenade.
Hit
yeah.
on the knockout grenade and the dice in the center between crit and encumbrance.
Here we go. Yeah,
oh, baby! That's success, 2 advantages, and a triumph.
Oh.
Okay, you can activate blast. And basically, you throw it right at there. It just billows. This energy blast just flies out. What I'm going to say is with that, because you have 2 advantages and because you can proxy the blast and you have a triumph, basically you can take out these 5 people.
Woo!
Yeah, that whole center.
That whole center thing, you just take all of them out. Now, which brings up the Mandalorian a little bit. You moved a little bit closer.
He's got a helmet though, right?
He's got him out.
He's got a breather. If he's got a breather, it doesn't affect him.
Oh, so it's
got
gas.
got a vacuum sealed helmet.
Oh, yes, you
it
are.
Does not
fine.
affect targets wearing breath masks or without respiratory systems.
Vacuum
so
sealed
it doesn't
helmet.
affect droids. Doesn't affect the Mando.
Okay, so suddenly this canister comes out and the gas just kind of comes up and they're kind of and they just fall down, and all 5 of them just breathe this in and just collapse with that. You've effectively taken out half of the group here, which brings us to the next NPC slot, which basically the 2 guys here are cowering because they don't know what's going on. They're simple lieutenants. They kind of pull their weapon out, but they're not doing anything since they're not sure what to do at this point. The stormtroopers, on the other hand, right here, they are going to do something. And, well, Doc, you seem to have been the closest one.
This is a classic Doc maneuver, right?
This is a classic Doc maneuver.
So Doc.
But because you are relatively close, it is going to be, you're almost in engaged range as they get close to you. So it's going to be a much difficult shot for them. They do have an advantage because of they're coming up from there. So let me get my Imperial Stormtroopers here. All right, here comes the laser blast as they get really close to you. They miss. They miss. They're
So
shooting at you
surprising.
and they just miss.
I want to think he hits the shield.
Bump their head on the bulkhead.
I forgot you had your shield. I was supposed to add some more setback dice for that.
It's okay. I'll take the fail. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy.
Yeah, don't be greedy. So basically, as they corner, you bring up your arm, your shield, and just blaster fire kind of comes right off of it.
Pew, pew.
All right, so I literally have. Wow, everyone else. Oh, I just did the wrong one. I literally did all these wonderful characters spots I had are now done because you took out half of the group. Which leaves us
Don't mess with the ESPA 5.
Oh my god. All right, so the KX Imperial droid.
Oh shoot.
Is like unacceptable behavior. Unacceptable behavior. This is quite unusual. And he is going to. Oh, wait a minute. I do have the stormtroopers too. Right there. But they're going to be the last because they're going. So this K unit is going to walk over to you, Mandalorian, and he's like, this is quite inappropriate. You need to secure the prisoner. Secure the prisoner. And you blasted the stormtrooper.
Good.
And he's going to come up to you and he's going to be like, poof.
Sure.
He's going to try to hit you.
Sure.
Because it's clearly that you're all working together on this.
Okay.
It's going to be, because of the commotion, there's going to be quite a bit of setback. There is, it's a brawl, and this is going to hurt.
Okay. So that's what Beskar's armor for. That was Beskar armor's for, man. Bring it.
Okay.
Oh.
So he failed to hit you, but he rolled a triumph.
Yes, he did.
So as he tries to hit you, he missed, but he hit the door panel, and the door slides shut, trapping
I jam my weapon in to keep it from closing, because I'm right there.
Because of one of the advantages you had.
Which one? Which door? The 8 or 9?
The cell door.
Which 8 or 9?
Toydorian.
To the door, because
the one that I'm in.
The Todd and the Toydorian are in the same cell. He hits that cell, and that door starts to close.
All right.
Not appropriate cell. That one.
Yes.
Oh.
But I'm jamming my weapon in to keep it from closing.
I'm gonna give me to see if this happens. I need a coordination check from you, Todd.
Okay.
The dice are set. So give me a coordination check to see if you're going to be able to reactionary get that gun in there.
Okay.
Actually, I did something awful. Okay, you did it. Perfect. It worked. So yeah, you jammed it in there, so it stopped right there. So not bad. So the door didn't completely shut. All right. Which brings us to the last PC slot. Who would like that one?
That would be me. It's just real simple. All I say is, Doc, what happened to that whole do no harm thing? And he slams the button to open the side door to I assume there's some sort of light coming through, and he's just like, look to the light. Look to the light.
So you're opening up the side door, right?
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything else you're going to want to do? Because it's going to be a maneuver.
For good measure, I'm going to throw my stun grenade inside the room that I just opened the door to. Just, in case.
Yeah, that is a good choice.
Yeah.
Whoa, what are
those? Because when you open the door, you see some stormtroopers in there.
Yeah, I'll chuck in a stun grenade in there. Ooh, wait, no, they're stormtroopers. They have stormtrooper armor.
They'll still get damage from. It'll resist a little bit, but
okay.
All right, so you're gonna throw a stormtrooper. You're gonna throw a
stun
grenade in there. All right. Yeah. So that's a 1. That is. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna change that 1 purple to 1 red because what could possibly go wrong throwing a grenade into a large. Mm-hmm. I'm giving you 2 boost because this was unexpected and completely. So it's gonna be 1 red, so 1 challenge dice. You've got 2 advantages going for this. Anything else?
Nah.
All right, give me that light weapons ranged roll.
Well, do I roll just a stun grenade?
Oh no, just stun grenade. Yeah, give me your stun grenade roll. Yeah.
Whoa!
5 successes, 1 threat, and a triumph. So what I picture is suddenly you open the door, you're seeing like, oh, you toss it in and you shut the door and you hear this.
No. Like, no, I don't even do that. I just like, if I may, I pull the pin. I don't even look because heroes don't look at the explosions, and throws the grenade in behind me. The stun goes off, and it causes the stormtroopers to basically shoot each other in the knee and make them drop.
Yeah, you dropped 4 stormtroopers. 4 to 6 stormtroopers in there are out, just out.
That's a lot of dudes in a little room.
Yeah. It was the relaxation and the garrison controls. Like if something bad would happen, they would run in. You took them all out, completely all out. All right. The last group of stormtroopers.
Can't even look at
it. So the last group of stormtroopers, one who has weapon is gone. One who got shot is just down kind of on the ground. But one of the guys is there. You've got a blaster in the door in front of you. And he takes out a knife. And he's going to try to hit the Mandalorian. Since you're the old Mandalorian is outside the room. That's
okay.
You're outside. The two are in there.
Sure.
And oh my gosh. Yeah, he's going to try to stab you.
All right.
With this knife because
put up a bracer and try to block it with the Beskar. Just try to.
This is just
do
gonna
you
go...
see the butt of my rifle sticking out of the door?
He does.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm just saying it's there for you.
Yep.
Okay. So he hits you with this.
Okay.
Now it only does like 5 points of wound damage, but your soak is 5, correct?
Soak is 5.
It just bounces right off your armor. It just kind of he tries to come and goes tink, and it just bounces right off.
So
all right.
Yeah. Oh, I got to get a quip in on that one. I got to get a quip on that one.
I've had Banthas fart at me with more power than that.
Nice. So we're at the end of the round, and as this happens, the thing that is the entertainment factor here is that since all the doors opened up, everyone starts running out.
Yep.
And they're like, "Oh, you got the 2 Ewoks just run out. They just run towards the door and escape. The other ones are just engaging everyone else. The dung is just kind of like jumping around and trying to get out. They just run out. And the captain is like, gives you kind of that head thing as a run. Some of them are engaging the other actually, let me phrase that. The dung jumps on the stormtrooper and is just taking out the stormtrooper.
10 credits on Sebulba. He always wins.
And it's madhouse in here. So really the only opponent that's really anything is the KSO droid that's standing in front of the doors. That's the only opponent.
Is there the 2 troopers by me though still? Right?
Not
to call attention to the major threat next to me, but you know,
they are.
There we go.
They're engaging in all of this, so they're taking care of the other people. And the two Ewoks that just ran past them, they're like, "What's going on?" And it's chaos.
As this is happening, since I'd be next in initiative, but it's kind of over. I'm gonna take out my handheld comlink and just be like, "I think it's time to get up and get out of here. There's just the droid," and kind of direct my attention to where that specific droid is that's in the way.
Would you like to shoot it in the back?
I would like to take Lady out.
Come on.
I would like to take Lady out.
Let's go.
You're gonna take Lady out.
Yeah.
Where
So
He's a
I'm
lady.
kind of one of those, like, I'm on the comm and like I had my rifle pulled to my chest. I'm going to just kind of like take it off with my one hand, immediately prop it, like put the comm link back in my breast pocket and just like shoot.
So because you're firing into some combat, it is going to be a little upgraded. So you're going to have and he has a little bit of an adversary, basically automatically upgrades. So normally it would be a one purple, has turned into a one red, one purple, and one black setback dice. I just got to double check one more thing in case that black setback dice is not warranted. And no, that black setback dice is not warranted. So I got to take that away. You have advantage as well because you are from behind, chaos, everything else, and aiming. So the dice pool is set for you to roll on this. So go ahead and roll your.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's a lot of advantage.
So, lady, what damage is your? How much damage does your weapon do?
8 damage.
8 damage. So you did 9 points of damage on this particular unit.
Woo!
Now, here's the catch. It has a lot of armor. You went through its armor barely. It had like 7 points of armor on this thing. This thing is built. So you did a little bit of damage.
Cool.
It's up top. But here's the catcher.
No, the droid itself. I'm sorry.
In front of the door.
It's
Close
right.
in front of it.
It's right here. It's right here. It's got
so
all the
it's not
marks
in front
on
of
it.
the door.
Yep.
I'm in front of the. Kel's in front of the door, and the droid is in front of Kel.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yep. No
It's all
problem.
I didn't mean to ruin your flow.
No.
So Nash, you have 5 advantages. Now you could, if I believe it says critical of 3.
Yeah.
So you could use 3 of those advantages to cause a critical on him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And that
100%.
critical will potentially have some after effects. So you would roll a D100.
Okay.
You could roll it in if you have a physical dice, or if you have in chat, you could go /R D100. And I have a nice fancy dancy.
83.
Do you have any other talents that add crits to yours? Lethal. A talent of
Hold
lethal.
on. That add lethal.
Yeah, actually, let me double check.
Like
your
lethal
character.
blows. Would that be
Similar
one?
to that. There's a depending on the weapon itself that she was using.
Oh, okay.
No.
So lady, you have Pierce 3. I just saw that.
Oh
Okay,
yes,
so
I have
Pierce.
accurate 2 and Pierce 3.
Okay, so that actually you did more damage because it went through his armor. So
Okay.
yeah, you did 3 more points of damage. You do not have nope. So it's not lethal. So you did a decent crit. Yeah. So let me adjust his damage a little bit more because that went through pretty well. Cutting his armor almost in half. But an 83 is wounded. This creature cannot voluntarily suffer strain until the end of the encounter. So it can't do any special talents or traits that it has for the rest of the encounter because you did a grievous wound on them, a critical wound on this guy.
A general grievous wound.
A general.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
There it is. There it
Yep.
is.
I said
Dun,
it.
dun,
I said it.
shh.
Not proud. Not proud.
Oh.
Hey, it's okay. So that's your actions. So yeah, you shoot up and blast them. Awesome. Which brings us to another player slot. Who would
All
like
right.
the next player slot?
I think I'm going to take this one, and then looking to riff behind him. Kel is going to reach behind him, grab the butt of the rifle, and just shove that rifle. Like to use my maneuver to try to basically maneuver the door into being open. As he does so, he literally spins around. He would then like to say, "Time to go." And to Riff and the Toydorian Wito inside. As he does so, he comes around, and as he does so with his opposite hand, he's gonna shoot out his whipcord at the droid himself. And as he does so, he's going to try to attempt to get him and pull him, spinning him with the weapon damage that Nash just pulled, and literally trying to exchange places, putting the droid into the cell itself and getting Riff and
we're gonna
Leto
do-si-do.
outside. Yeah, we're gonna do-si-do.
We're gonna do-si-do.
I love
so I
this.
scoop the Toydorian, and like I said, I'm picking up what he's putting down. A well-oiled machine that met in today, but we're still working. So we use the butt of the rifle to shove the rest of the door open. Boom! I grab the Toydorian, and then I kind of shimmy out of the way as a K2S fool falls in beside me.
Yes.
All right.
And I stumble out into the room.
All right, so we're going to combine 2 of the initiative points since you have 2 player slots back to back. So it's going to be this, and then Rift is going to be coming out as well. So,
boom.
I need a ripcord roll.
You got it.
It is going to be it's going to be upgraded, so it's going to be 1 red. You're going to get some advantages on this because this is just pure gold. And depending on how well you roll, you're going to be able to get him and then throw him in as this goes out. So working together.
Do I have to roll something? What do I want to roll in?
Not yet. No, you're not.
Okay.
Yep, you're going to be good. So let me make sure the dice pool is set. This is going to be 1. Yeah, this is just give me, please, the whipcord roll.
Pew.
3 successes, 3 advantages, and a triumph. Yes. Exactly how you want it to happen. You hit him, you spin him. As you move him into the room, Rip grabs the Toydorian with all those advantages and stuff. You just kind of go, and then Rip, as you leave, you smack the door, and the door just goes boom, and shuts. Perfect.
The entire time, Kel is quite literally moving in a perfect bounty hunter Mandalorian pirouette. Literally, butt of the rifle, sweeping open. He opens the door, says we gotta go, gets around, pulls the whipcord, pulls him around, and even pulls. Literally just like a lasso, literally a lasso, and just with that piercing shot from Lady that went right through its upper chest, just pulling through and just stumbling as he takes a knee and just going right into that and nailing into the back.
With those scarecrow legs of the K2 droid, I shoulder roll underneath them with the Toydorian. And then roll back up onto my feet, holding the Toydorian like a football.
Yep. And he's like, whoa, whoa. And he kind of gets up. He's like, oh my. Thank you, I think. Oh, God. Can we get out of here then?
Yeah.
Effectively, this was too perfect. So you are... worked perfectly. The door shuts. There's chaos. You can run out. All of you can just run right out of the
I run
center.
right towards Nash, and I go, bag lady, now's the time.
What do you mean for bag lady?
And
Trust me.
I immediately, because I had it like right tucked into my pants, I just take it out. I hold it open, kind of like if we were kind of like holding it outside of a window of a car. I just have it like open and ready.
And you hear, not the bag! No, not the bag!
Trust me on this one. And as I'm running, I'm sort of like quarterbacking my way through this, I'm
Heisman Trophy. Come on.
Yeah. And as I run through, I just jam the boy into the bag, and then I keep running out the door. And then I go, Doc, where's my mama?
So Doc will he's gonna do. Who's right next to me? Who is that? Who's that NPC right next to me?
Is
that the captain? Who is that?
There's a
somebody came out of their cells.
Out of the cells and stuff like that. He's taking care of them.
But who it wasn't the captain? Is it somebody who's
one of the smugglers? One of the
okay. I'm gonna pick up my coat, turn to the smuggler. I'm gonna say, that room at the end, there's some weapons in there. You might want to mop this dump up. And then I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna then walk over towards Riff, right? And I'll and I'll toss Mama over to him.
All righty.
And then I look at Wyatt and I say, "It's non-lethal. I stay true to my oath."
Right. Uh-huh.
So effectively, we're going to be out of combat as all this other chaos, and you are running out of this substation.
Wow.
And you're able to get, and you see, as you get outside, you see the two Jawas running down the road, just all happily. You see some other people. There's a little bit of chaos going on. What is your next goal?
All right.
What? Shoot at the feet of the Rontor.
Yeah, and there's more chaos kind of happening. It's yes. So how do you want to get out of here? You had a choice of a few different options.
Can we go to the outside map? Thank
Yeah.
you.
So we got to go. So splitting up into twos. Rift's got Weeto.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
No, I don't have Weeto. I do not have Weeto.
Okay,
Nash
so
has Weeto.
so
I
you
have
got
Weeto.
the decoy.
I'm taking Weeto on to the
Nash has got the real one, and
ship.
right. Nash has got the real one. I've got the decoy.
You've got the decoy.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull back with Wyatt, I think, who's probably going to be the best chance to get out of the backside. We're going to get the land speeder. Wyatt, you good with that?
Yep, let's go.
All right.
I'm running to a speeder bike.
Okay.
And that puts
So Doc and Riff on speeder bikes, Nash, Wyatt, and Kel are in the land speeder.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, each of you two are good. Oh, okay. Doc and Rift each taking a speeder bike.
No, I got to ride in the back because I said I'm a.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. But
oh,
they're
okay.
in the
I
speeder
can't drive
bikes.
one of these
Yeah.
things.
You're riding
All right.
together.
All right. And I will have Kel take the driver's seat of the land speeder. If the other compatriots wish it so.
Okay. So you get on the bikes, you get into the land speeder, the keys are in the ignition. So, there's no little hot wire that needs to happen because it happens. You get them start going, you hear some of the chaos. Which direction are you going to get out of Mos Eisley?
Which way is
That's
the Oasis?
Oasis, I believe, was south.
Yeah.
But you know that you could go north and then go out and then go south, or you could travel all the way through this section of the city. So you have an easy exit out, or you can go all the way through the city down south.
What's
I
the
was
most
gonna say-
cinematic?
I was gonna say, knowing the city, being from Mos
Yeah.
Espa, what would I what would be the recommended route? Like, what would I
Going north outside
and
the
then
city
coming out?
and coming out, and then you have your choice of taking the pod racing canyon or just going straight south.
Pod Racing Canyon. And here's
Pod
why.
Racing
Yeah.
Canyon.
Pod
Yeah.
Racing
I
Canyon.
mean, yeah.
I immediately who's
We're-
driving?
We're all on
Who's driving?
comlink, so we should all be on comlink.
I'm not.
so.
Okay,
I can't hear
yeah,
a
so
thing
I'm
you
on
guys are saying.
comlinks, and I just say, best is to go up north, go around through the pod racing canyon. If we do that, we'll probably be fine. Maybe.
I lost a
who knows?
fortune on the boot to Eve.
So I think because I've got mine in, and I'll dig in and I pull the extra out and I jam it in Riff's ear.
Oof.
Right. And then you have that sweet snuggle of the giant metal arm coming around your
We love to see it. We love to see it.
Forward,
Back.
back,
Forward.
Yeah.
backward.
So you
It's like
gun them
canoe
and you
race.
start going off, and then as you're getting around the corner,
Yeah.
you hear that famous sound.
Oh, it's a chicken walker.
And you see over the top the ATST kind of moving towards you a little bit. But as you get around the corner, you gun it and you just get into as it starts shooting as you far, and you hear the getting behind you in this explosions. As you're heading
I
out
see him.
of the map onto the main area. So you are leaving Mos Espa this direction
Yep.
on the new map. And you're
Yep.
making your way down this direction through the canyons. I need everyone, and so who's leading, the speeder bike or the land speeder?
I would probably recommend that the land speeder goes in
Okay.
front of us.
Yes.
And that they flank us
We flank
close
you.
enough to be almost on the
Oh, got
side, and then they come behind us when they need to to travel.
Also,
Communicate
that's just
that
really
via the
sexy,
comlink.
too.
Yeah,
Not
I
a-
Like
no
super
problem.
sexy.
100% over the
Copy
top
that,
every
Nash.
time.
I need everyone to give me a perception check, please.
Is the dice pool set?
The dice pool is now set.
Okay.
Set perception.
Perception, please.
Perception.
On your skill tab, you're going to look at perception.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of good successes and some threat, but that's okay. Very good successes. Oh yeah, there's some really Wyatt. Yep, you.
Damn, Wyatt.
All right. So as you're getting through the canyon and you're making your way, you're dodging, you're kind of going a little bit. Who's driving again? We got Nash
Cal.
Cal's and so,
I'm in the co-pilot seat, like giving him the navigation.
I'm driving and Doc is just cradling me gently.
Yep. I'm gonna need, because you're going through the windiness of things, we're gonna see how well you can navigate. So there's a skill called Vehicles Planetary in your skill charts. I would like you to roll me
on the skills chart.
Yep, on your skills chart. So on the red skill, as you start going down, you'll see navigation.
It'll see piloting.
So me piloting planetary, piloting space. So piloting planetary. You want to roll your piloting planetary because this is maneuverable. See how well you're doing. So the dice pool is set.
Got it.
It's not going to be too difficult, but you're going fast.
I have an advantage from my perception. Can I use that on this thing?
Sure. I'll add that in there. So
Thank
go
you.
for it.
5
Yeah,
successes.
you guys are you're going so well. You're going really fast. As you get a good half a mile away, you start hearing these, and you look back, and there are 3 speeder bikes of Imperial speeders coming towards you.
Must go faster. Must go faster.
They have faster bikes than you, and
Must
they
go
are catching
faster.
up.
I'm all Dennis Muren stop action.
So, out of Doc, because you're not driving, Nash, because you're not driving, and Wyatt, because you're not driving, you can shoot them if you want.
Oh yeah, can I move from co-pilot? Is there a gunning?
There's no gunning spot, but you can move back behind and get a better shot.
Yeah, I'll move back behind. I'll kind of like pat Kel on the shoulder and just be like, "All right, you got it from here, buddy," and take a spot right behind. And...
Do you wait for them to get really close, or you're going to try to take them from a distance?
How can I tell what is the distance that my rifle can shoot?
Your rifle is extreme, so I believe it on your character sheet. It'll say.
It's extreme.
Yeah, so you can hit anything as they get. But the question is how far you want to go, because short range is 1 dice, medium range is 2 dice, long range is 3 dice, extreme is 4 dice. So they're probably around long, but you can wait until they get to medium range.
I'm gonna, as soon as they come within medium range, I'm going to aim for the bike.
Okay, perfect.
And I have. Nope. I thought I had. Nope. Never mind.
Okay.
Good.
And then Wyatt, what are you going to be doing?
I'm gonna prop up right next to Nash and bring out Bertha.
Okay.
What?
All right.
That would be.
Said I was driving with all the ladies in this land speeder.
I would like to bring out my GLX Fire Lance. With the Bantha's Eye custom laser sight and lightweight frame.
All right, so I would like the dice puller set a medium range shot from Wyatt and Nash to see how well you take these speeders as they're getting closer to you.
Do we need to?
Because you got the
do we need to
range.
change the range on our weapon or no?
Nope. Okay. No, main. Nope. You're gonna shoot them at medium range, so it's gonna be 2 purple dice. 2 successes and 3 advantage, and then 4 successes and 4 advantage.
I just obliterate him into the other side of Tatooine.
You did just the vehicle you shot, and suddenly you hear this as the bike just drop, and the guy just falls off.
Alderaan them.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And the other one just
soon,
shot.
Too soon.
You just took them out completely.
Wyatt's gonna look at Nash and be like, "I thought you said you just were gonna slow him down."
Oh no, baby, no. I bring him to a full stop.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you make the other one just kind of backs off a little bit, and just because the other one slammed into it, and just you took those 3 out. You get around and you're going down. You're like, oh, you've made it. You're going well. So here is the question. Audience, actually, too. I'm gonna do how evil group would you like your GM tonight? Because I have 2 options to throw.
Bring it. We're in the 3rd act. Bring it.
All right, we're in the final act. Yeah, so that's happening. So as you think you're making your way down, it's easy set. The Toydorian's like, hey, can I get out of the bag yet? Come on.
No.
Hush. I need a little air. What?
I immediately run over to the bag and I open it and I just kind of like bring.
Oh my
I'm
God.
so sorry. I do apologize. I'm so sorry. We just want to keep you in there until we kind of knew that everything was taken care of, but everything is taken care of.
So I think you're I'm assuming you been sent by Madam to take me out of you rescue me, correct?
Yes, we are in the
Oh, well, thank you so much
to
for that.
go right now. What? Wait, what?
Nothing. Just commenting on his choice of words.
Well, I mean, anyways, so much obliged for getting me out of there because I didn't know. But
as he kind of sits back and goes,
yeah. So we're going where are we going? Where are you taking me then?
The Oasis?
Oh, the Oasis. Yes. Safe house in the Oasis. I've heard of that place. Yes. So you've been fully briefed in on it? Okay.
Yeah.
and he's just kind of going. He's like,
Passing the time. He's like, so I don't recognize some of you, but hey, you want to hear a joke?
Sure.
Hey, or do you want to hear an impression? Joke or impression? What would you like?
I awkwardly look around to the group and then back at him. An impression.
Oh, you impression. Hey, you'll never guess what this one is.
I mouth like beyond him after I say that. I mouth to Wyatt and I say, because it's shorter.
So, guess who this person is? Oh. Upanana solo ba. You know, that was Jabba. You know Jabba the Hutt. Yeah. I was impersonating Jabba.
Yeah. You're really good.
He was saying that he's looking for Solo. He's never going to find Solo. He's bounty hunting Solo.
No, no, he ain't ever gonna find him. We all know that, but he don't know that. But you know what? Sometimes denial is a different path than acceptance.
Oh, really? Okay.
and about this time, you hear the infamous sound as TIE fighter engines start flying towards the open air. And you look back as you see a TIE fighter and a large Reaper ship. So this is the ship that was in Rogue One, where the Death Troopers would land and come out of. It's a very large ship. And as it's starting to come towards you and racing towards you, what are you going to do?
Do I see the TIE fighters?
Oh, yes, you see.
I hear them.
You hear them, and as you look up, you see them coming towards you as they fastly approach.
Location-wise, where are we very close?
Yeah. Can we get it's like in front of
Like
us,
a ping?
side of us, behind us?
They're coming from behind you, and you are about right here
Okay.
on the map.
We're only like halfway to the Oasis.
Yes,
Got
you're
it.
about halfway
Got
to the Oasis.
So I'm gonna I've done this before. So I am going to do a gear shift and then kind of do a fancy like a Tokyo drift.
Okay.
Where I spin my I spin so this is the speeder bike.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna spin it, boom. And then I'm gonna hit a reverse thruster that's gonna tilt it up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna and I'm going to open fire on one of the approaching TIE fighters. So I go, hang on, Doc.
All right. I like it. It's going to be a gunnery roll.
Yep.
And this is amazing. Do you want to upgrade with light side?
I'm light siding that.
Hit the light side on that one. I will upgrade that. So with that being said, please go to your gunnery, your skills check. Go down when it says combat. You're going to see gunnery.
Yep.
Going, the dice are pool set. Hit me that gunnery.
Hang on, Doc. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, you blast it, and the TIE fighter just hit the thing, and it just kind of slides in over next to the Reaper class ship.
And so when it does that, I kind of kick it into the thing, and then we swing back around and go forward.
All right. So what happens is the landing gear from the Reaper drops.
Sure.
And suddenly this speeder bike comes out, and this black cloaked individual comes flying out of the Reaper, landing on, kind of bouncing a little bit with the record, and full throttles it towards you.
Towards me.
Towards the land speeder.
Oh, okay.
So we'll get in a moment. If two people would like to take a shot at this guy,
oh yeah,
I'm going to allow it before something happens.
Oh, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Once again, Lady and Bertha are going to sing together.
They're going to harmonize.
They're going to harmonize.
All right, it's not going to be it's going to be kind of a hard shot because this guy's got a little bit
till the fat Twilight sings.
Fine.
Yep. I'm giving you advantage for aiming. So the dice pool is set. So give me a shot.
I'm going one further. I am also going to burn a light side point.
Oh,
to make sure that this hits. Because if this is who I think it is, he hates sand, and he's gonna stop right there.
It's not who you think it is.
Oh, lady.
Okay, so lady, before you roll, I need to upgrade you for. Okay, so now Wyatt, go ahead and roll.
All right, here we go.
Oh God!
No! What? The dice have left us. The dice gods have failed us.
So here's
call that out. That was four
failures
and
five
advantages on lady.
But then there's one failure and 4 advantage. So what I'm thinking is you're blasting him, and the speeder's just, you're not hitting it, but you are making. What do you? Those advantages can be passed completely back onto you. You can have him, whoever this thing is, having problems, and we'll have so many setback trying to do anything.
Okay. Can I say that since we're going in a canyon, can I say that I'm, instead of trying to shoot at the TIE fighter, I'm trying to shoot past it and shoot the rocks? And
so you're kind of in
that I'm getting some like rock flow and it's throwing off the pilots.
So you're in an open area now, but yes, there was like one like column that you're shooting at him as he was, and it kind of falls, and he's got to readjust, and it just kind of flies over. So whatever this person, he's about to do something, but anything else happens, he's going to have some major issues about this, because you start blasting and his bike just starts going wobbly a little bit as he's trying to run, and he floors it pretty much past you and then just jumps off the bike and lands on the top of the speeder.
Okay.
And you see this dark cloaked flowing around, and it appears to be a droid. And you recognize him as one of the old Magna bots that from the Clone Wars, but it's been repurposed for an Imperial seeker. And it pulls this beam of staff out that just kind of lights up on the ends. We're not going to throw an initiative in because I'm going to go around real quick. We're going to start with the driver of the speeder. But what are you going to do? Is this robot seekers looking at standing on the front of we're going to go around and then we're going to do a collective. As he stands there, he's looking at the Toydorian. What do you want to do?
I want to do, okay, here's what I'm going to do.
Do the thing.
I'm going to, okay, let's see here. Who's up front with me?
They're
Who's up
both
front with
behind
me?
you. So they're
both behind me?
Yep.
All right.
Because it's kind of like three sets of seats, and they're in the back seats.
Here's what I'm going to do. Kel is just going to, on comm link, so everybody hears, he just goes,
Sorry if this hurts, but I don't lose resources on a mission.
and what happens is he basically pulls his arm back behind you. He shoots the whipcord around both of you and literally holds you two in place. With the other hand, shifts the entire thing to the left and just goes into a full spin, trying to basically throw this droid right off the top of the hood.
Nice. So that while that's happening, so Nash and Wyatt, while this is spinning and this thing is starting to spin, are you gonna take pot shots at him?
Yes.
Yeah. If
Okay.
we have the opportunity.
You would
I
have the
will.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doc and Rip, as you see this jump on there and you're going,
So
what would you like to do?
I go, Doc, whatever you got, I'm going to get behind him. And I throw myself in reverse so that I go.
Yep.
So now because we were flanking after we did our little Tokyo drift, we're flanking. I throw it in reverse so that I slow down and then I get behind to give Doc whatever clear shot Doc needs.
And if I see that he's like starting to pull back and he's going to get us behind him, I'm going to be like, "Oh, I'm no good at a range," and I jump off the bike under the hood.
So as I'm pulling
Trying
back,
to grapple this thing.
You are actually. So I get you
all
sort
bad.
of alongside before I get behind. You're going to make your leap.
Yeah. So basically, he's going to like
Okay.
kick on his shield, and he's like, "I'm no good from a range," and I just like jump off.
Okay.
This is such a bad idea, Doc. This is so Doc.
This is so Doc. This is so Doc.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're going to do is, Doc, Callan, are you going to turn the car before Doc's going to get on and then you're going to do the spin? Are you gonna
Hearing this all on comlink.
Yeah.
I'm not so good on
Range.
I'm not so good on range. I'm going to get up close, seeing that, firing the whipcord, doing that, waiting to do it, hopefully seeing him land as long as he's got a full support.
Okay.
Just saying, all right, now I'm going to wait. So I'm going to wait. Yeah.
All right. So Doc, I need you to give me, we're going to go with athletics or coordination. Athletics or coordination, whichever works out for you.
Yeah. Neither of those is good. I'll take athletics.
Okay. Give me
because it's brawn, which is more my thing, I guess.
give me a roll.
I need to use a light side. We only have 3 left. Is that okay with that? Is that all right? All right.
Hit it.
I gotta do it. Otherwise, it's gonna be bad. All right, athletics. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Look at that. So you jump on this thing, no problem. So you land on it. You're like there. You're going to get an attack in. So go ahead and give me that attack real quick.
Here's what I'm doing.
Yep.
I'm kicking on the defibrillator. So I'm using my shocking gloves.
Okay.
And if I hit, a bunch of other shit's going to go off.
All right.
So let's see what happens. I will hope I do it. Let's
Come on, man.
Where are we? Shocking gloves. All right, here we go. Ooh.
You missed, but you got a triumph. So as you try to hit him, he kind of dodges out of the way, and that's because it's turning. The vehicle is turning in this way. So with that,
can I then, since I miss him, can I basically go down with because it's all strength augmented and stuff, basically grab into the front of the hood so I anchor myself because this thing starts to spin.
As he starts spinning perfectly. All right. With that, I need Callan to give me that piloting planetary.
You got it.
It's going to be 1 red, 1 purple, and you get a bonus for that. So let's see how well you spin this.
Okay, I'm holding on. I'm holding on to
Yep.
the 2 crew members
Yep.
and Doc's on the front. Oh, what is that?
That is 2 successes, a threat, and a despair.
Okay.
A despair is me.
I know.
I get to interpret something. In
Here we
despair,
go.
which we will in a moment, because now we get to shoot. So the 2 people that are shooting at this thing, as this is spinning around, I need you. Give me a shot. Give me your damage rolls.
Oh my god!
Oh
my god!
It had to come around.
All right.
It had to come
so,
around.
So Wyatt got 3 successes in a what is that?
An
Advantage and a despair.
I got a success and a despair.
So each person in this. So
Love it.
Mando got his driving, got a despair. Wyatt got 3 successes and hit him and a despair. Nash got 1 success and a despair. 3 despairs in a row.
Love it.
With successes, which
With
I think
successes.
is great.
Die.
So this is what happens. Interpretation. As you spin, you shoot, and this guy gets this droid, the secret droid, just gets blasted off and gets thrown off,
Yeah.
tumbling into the sand. And you finish it, and you're just heading, and you start going, and you leave it in the dust. As you're looking around, and you see that there's a little bit of damage from you kind of, as you're twisting, you kind of bumped something too. So there's a big dent in your in the speeder, and you head back. He can't follow you. He doesn't have you're good. You successed. You shot him. You dropped him. And you just go. For the next 2 hours, you just start going, and there's nothing following. Yes.
Is Wito still with us?
Audience, should Wito be there or not?
Yes. Yes.
I was like, for 2 hours. I was like, for 2 hours later, like,
say, like,
I'll
I
be
was
like,
right next to him. I feel like
And if
I'm
he
right
fell
behind
out,
the
I'm right
energy-
behind.
So the entertainment value is a despair would allow Wito to have been grabbed as he fell off. But I'm not going to do that because I've got other plans for those despairs.
okay.
So Wito is in the car, but he is like,
Okay.
he's throwing up. He's, oh, don't do that again.
Toydorian puke
I'd
is
kick him
the
a bucket.
worst.
Yeah. So you get there, and you're making your way. You make your way to the Oasis and to the safe house. Exactly where it was. It's off the Oasis, and for the last hour, he's like, "Oh man, that was some fancy driving. Oh gosh, okay." And
I take one of the little alcohols that I had from the beginning.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and I hand it to him.
Carillion whiskey. I love these little things. Oh, they're so good. I think.
And I take one too, and we cheers and shoot it back.
I just start pulling them out of pockets and handing them out to everybody. Like
Get 'em drunk.
what a ride! Just handing them out to everybody.
So you make it to the safe house, and Nash, you had the key. So you walk up.
Yep.
You've got the key card. You set it in. The door, and the door and opens up. The lights are off. It's a nice, relaxing, decent apartment house. There's nice things. There's your kitchen, your sitting area. It's actually pretty nice in here. It's a pretty decent safe house. There's nice linens and style and everything. Witos comes in. Oh, madam does very good. Yes, I heard about this place.
Before we get too far inside, can I look to see if there have been any recent footprints, any
Yep.
any trickery of any sort?
None.
Because I have expert tracker.
None whatsoever. None whatsoever. It's been pretty set. It's opened up.
Okay.
And he sits back and goes, "Oh, again, thank you, my friends. Thank you so much. I did not want to be in there for very long. If they found out, I'd be skinned alive, too much." And as there's a locker room, and you've got your key card, and there's different locker sets. with these key cards. There's like 6 lockers, and 5 of them that are accessed, and you can use the key card in the locker.
I will fan out the keys.
There's one key card for all of them.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. I will take out the key in a dramatic fashion, and I'll just hold it up.
And the lockers open up, and there is a little pack of 5,000 credits for each of you. And he kind of sits back and goes, "Oh," and you're getting paid. You relax. He's like, "That was an adventure. Now, who wants to do a little business? Anyone? You look like capable individuals. Are you hired? You look for some hiring?"
I immediately grab Lady and sling her to my chest again, and I tip my hat and say, "I mean, I'm always looking for an adventure."
"Oh, how about the rest of you? Anything you look for more credits? My uncle from what was his name again? Oh, I forget his name. Anyways, I'm making money. I gotta make the money all the time. So, but I'm offering some information. But this, what I like people. You do very good. I think I'd like to hire you again. Any job offers you interested in?"
What are you offering?
"Oh, that's always a challenge for that one. But I just looking for retainers right now. You look like capable people. You look like heists. You look like casino heist. I got some information for very good payday."
Kel looks over at Nash and says, "Well, I won't let one bounty hunter just try to get ahead on this one. There's always got to be healthy competition."
I wink at Kel.
And as the relaxation of a job well completed, the camera pans out as you relax and enjoy. And then it suddenly goes over to an Imperial Council many miles away as this droid, the Seeker, this black cloaked, black dressed, puts his arm into the system, and suddenly pictures start popping up on the terminal of everyone involved and downloading the data of who they are.
I raise a glass and I go, "I got a really good feeling about this."
And that is where we're going to end tonight's special May the 4th be with you Star Wars One-Shot. Thank you so much for joining us on this holiest whole days. I appreciate everyone there. Players, thank you so much for saying yes
so
and
much
joining
fun.
me.
That was awesome.
Amazing.
That was awesome.
Such a
Great
blast.
game.
Amazing.
What a great game.
Thank you so much. Let us go around again, and where can we find you? What do you, any projects you got coming up? We've got a few minutes, so back to you. The man, the legend, Todd Stashwick.
Hey, yeah, you can find me at Todd Stashwick on Twitter, T Stashwick on Instagram. I got a video game that I co-wrote coming out in October called Forspoken. You can watch me on 12 Monkeys on Hulu. You can watch me on Disney Plus on the live-action Kim Possible movie as Dr. Draken. And you can also check out my nerdy merch site at thenerdcircus.com, where I have a Dungeons and Dragons inspired tiki cocktail book and dice boxes and t-shirts and a whole lot of fun. And then the 13th, you can watch me and Matthew Lillard and Anna Prosser and a bunch of people that bid on seats at Jasper's Game. I will be DMing a game for suicide prevention. I'm out.
And Todd, guess what?
Tell me.
I will be one of your players in that game for Jasper's. So we are going to have some fun on that game.
It's going to be a D&D Ghostbusters type game. It'll be a lot of fun.
Thank you so much, Todd, for joining us. Thank you for playing, and thank you for being a Star Wars geek and nerd
Oh my
that
God,
you are.
this was the time of my life.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You plucked every 8-year-old string in my heart. Thank you.
Awesome. Brick.
I play the Alucard.
You play the Alucard? Brick Ray, thank you so much for this.
Yeah.
Where can we find you?
Well, hey, I'm Ray, or with a brick with 2Ks everywhere on the internet. You can find me over on my own Twitch channel where I am a variety streamer. I play a bunch of different games. Right now we're playing Siberia the World Before. Come watch me nerd out about point and click video games for a little while. You can also find me on various channels. You can find me on Laugh Love Lindy every once or twice a month. I'm playing in an Aliens campaign over there. You can find me on the initiative order. I play in one-shots, and soon I will be running things again.
Ooh.
So I've got a lot of things in the works. I'm writing on a bunch of projects, but I can't talk about them right now. So beyond that, just follow me on my socials, and I'll keep y'all up to date. But this is great. This was so cool. This was so cool. This was amazing, and I'm very thankful that I got to spend this May the 4th with all of you and all of you watching. So thank you for this opportunity, Kurt, and Gilding Light, and thank you, Jay, for running this amazing game, and thanks everybody else for playing in it.
Thank you for joining us. I'm so glad you were able to play.
Yeah.
I always love meeting new people and having them play in my games and just nerding out in Star Wars and sharing a good story. So thank you so much.
I'm down to play anytime, always.
Opportunities in the future are there, everyone. There's more opportunities coming up. So, Bill, thank you so much. Who are you? Where can we find you? And
first of all, thank you for inviting me to this. I know I was a late addition. I came in as a pinch hitter, and oh my God, this was amazing. It's like the best way to spend the highest of holy days for me as a Star Wars geek. So I'm in hiatus on a bunch of stuff, but I want to talk about it. Mini Terrain Domain. I get to play under Jay in a Star Wars game where I play an Imperial Protocol droid, which is an absolute delight to do that. Play Addy. We'll be back late summer, early fall for season 3 of that Shadowport Adventures. Jay's channel, also Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. We are cooking up a thing right now, a new tease, and this thing we're cooking up is going to be amazing. Also kind of late summer, fall. I'm going to be busy after the sun starts to set. It gets cooler in the fall. You can also find me a lot on Happy Jack's RPG Network, where I am GMing and do the advice show there. And the other thing I just want to mention real quick is that I found over the shut-in time of the pandemic that I wanted to teach myself a new skill. And so that was doing videos, and that was learning Premiere and doing that. I'm a musician and voiceover and design. I was like, I want to get more involved in video. So I've had the pleasure of working with a lot of different groups, 12-Sided Stories, Ravels of Waterdeep, Happy Jacks, and doing intro videos for the series. So I'm at Bill Roper or at Bill freaking Roper pretty much everywhere, including YouTube, where you can go and check out all the intros that I've done, which is super cool. The best one, at least as far as the fans are concerned, is one that I did for a Star Trek Adventures game, which has got a couple 100,000 hits by now, which is insane. I don't know why people like watching that. It hits some algorithm. Thank you, algorithm. But more importantly, thank all of you. Oh my God, this was amazing. This was so good. I feel like I got to sit at the table with some role-playing royalty to spend my day. So this was just an absolute blast. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us, Bill. Always a pleasure. Kurt, I'm going to leave you at the end.
Okay.
So because I know you probably have a few more. So Lucas, thank you so much for joining us. I know we recently met and it was a pleasure and our Star Wars. So thank you so much for saying yes.
You were the only one wearing a suit at a wedding. I had to make sure I'm just like, suits. I don't feel like I'm a crazy guy here. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much though, Jay, and everybody else. This was more of a blast than my blaster. That was so freaking fun. I wanted to whipcord someone so badly, and I got it to work, and it was great. Anybody checking out exactly what I do? Again, Lucas Schuneman at Lucas Schuneman on Twitter. You can check out my resume and all my work that I do in voiceover at vaninja.com. That's the voice acting ninja doing voices you never hear coming. You can hear me in video games like Lost in Random, Warframe, Wasteland 3, Desperados 3, Brick. If you haven't checked out, if you like point and click, if you haven't checked out Strangeland, you need to check it out because
it's on my list.
It is a wonderful, and you'll hear me in it actually. Yes. Also, I got about about a handful of NDAs that I can't talk about video games. You can hear me in anime and animations like Death Battle from Rooster Teeth, and you can hear me in lately in Higurashi When They Cry, Ikebekoro, Westgate Park, 2 or 3 others that are and a whole bunch of other things out there. And yeah, all the NDAs suck, but they're there for a reason.
Yep.
And also Patreon. I just started a Patreon up where I'm actually doing voice lessons, D&D character creation lessons on a character creation show that we had here on Gilding Light, and letting individuals actually work together to basically say that your character sheet does not define you. The stats do not define you. Your personality, your choices are the things that define you. And it doesn't matter what you do with a character. We roll randomly. I rolled with other voice actors, made them randomly and on random tables, and we made interesting, fun, amazing characters. And awesome. I'm offering that for Patreon for people to come out there. Patreon.com/Lucas Schuneman. Check it out. And again, thank you guys so much for allowing me to have this opportunity on May the 4th.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for joining. Kurt, I'm going to go ahead first because I know that you've got a few things at the end and kind of drop the stream off. So I'm just going to jump in real quick. So everyone, thank you so much. Players, I am so ecstatic that I was able to put this table together, virtual table together, to play Star Wars with people that love Star Wars as much as I do. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you just saying yes and enjoying to tell a wonderful story. I am Jay, also known as Neofet3 on the socials. I am a GM for Star Wars and for other things out there. You can find me on our channel of The Important for the Wayward Gamer. We run a Star Wars game of Saltmarsh Legends on Wednesdays, and that is at The Important for the Wayward Gamer. I also GM the Star Wars Shadowport Adventures, which are on many charity events that are happening throughout the years of different things. I also do GMing for Star Wars on Mediterranean for our Mercenary Tales, a lot of different stuff. So if you're always looking, I'm always here for that. I love GMing. I love this system. I love getting people together and play. I want to say thank you so much for Gilding Light, for giving me the opportunity to share Star Wars and doing this. This has been a dream come true. I love playing this game. I love sharing this game. And thank you for being able to give me a platform to do this. Thank you, Satine, for having this channel and all the hard work of people that put this together, including you, Kurt, the man that did so much for this. I appreciate all the hard work, all the graphics, everyone that was a part of this, the mods. Thank you. You are awesome. And thank you for bringing this story to life. So players, you are always welcome at my table. I hope we get a chance in the future to play this game or another game again. Doors always open. If you ever need it, please just ask. And with that,
thank you, George.
Thank you, George. Yes.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have this.
For which without him, none of us would be here.
Nope. 7 years old, waiting in line for 2 hours to see Star Wars in the movie theater. You know, like I said, Todd, you and I have connected on that. And it changed our lives. So
you little kids, I was 12. I was 12 when I was there. And my mom took me, I begged her, and she didn't tell me what I was going to do. She took me out of school and took me on opening day in San Francisco because she was like, you can't stop talking about this. And it was like, that's why she was the best.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Kurt,
what?
Thank you, the man, the legend, the hardworking person.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Like, not at all. Comparatively
you knocked
speaking.
out a bunch of stormtroopers with a stun grenade. You shut your mouth.
Well, yes, I did do that. I am Kurt, also known as Covenant the Horrible Alchemist. You can find me at Kurt Venetis everywhere. That's me. Yeah. I want to thank the whole cast for being able to make it and showing up and making this whole thing freaking happen. Jay came to me last month and was like, hey, we need to do a Star Wars thing. And I'm like, all right, I'm down because Star Wars is awesome. And I am so glad that everybody was able to make it. I'm so glad and thankful for everybody that made it into chat today, that jumped in, said hello, participated in chat. We got rated like twice.
Oh, wow. Sorry, yes. I didn't announce it. I wasn't looking at chat.
You're fine. This was a great. I could not have ever asked to play with a better group of individuals. I've got to play with some people that I have known for a couple of years. Some people I've known longer, and two very key individuals who I very much look up to. And anyway, that being said, thank you everybody for hanging out. And I mean, what more can I say? May the 4th be with you. I mean,
we're now into the 5th.
We're now officially into the 5th. Beware Revenge of the 6th.
Yes.
With that, friends, we are going to say goodbye and enjoy the rest of your evening, friends. We will see you all later.
Enjoy.
This is the way.